Governor Athletics on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Sports are brought to you by Wind Circle, the Clubhouse Hotel and Suites, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Slumberland Furniture, and Lamb Motors.
Graceland Taylor looking up ahead for Berry. She's got it on her foot. Ryan Berry coming in to the top of the box. Berry is in. Her shot. She scores! Ryan Berry makes it 4-3. And the Governors, they were down 3-0. 35 seconds in the half. And with 1:05 left to go in the second half, they have taken a 4-3.
And by AGE, Capital City, Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency. Country Carpet. Capital City Campus. Shane's Pharmacy. Floss Dentistry. Graves Plumbing. And Ferding Electric.
Here is Huber. A bump set for goes. Blocked up by the Governors. We're tied at 14. A big block for the Governors. Sherwood is over there. 14-14.
Here Governor Sports is also brought to you by Fisher Rounds, Access Health, Billion Auto, Weatherall, The Swartz Agency, Xander Auto Parts, Todd's Electric, First United Methodist Church, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, and Gales Gas.
Kinos will float it to the end zone. Zabel's open. Catch is made. We are tied at 34.
Here Governor Sports is also brought to you by River Bottom Sanitation, Agtegra Cooperatives and Wheat Growers, Dakota Sprinkler, Graham Tire, May Adam, Nystrom Electric, State Farm, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Avera, and Dakota Prairie Bank.
Kinos will take the snap. He'll take the knee. And for the 6th straight year, as they beat the T-Area Titans 35-20, 6 consecutive titles, tying the all-time record in South Dakota history for consecutive titles here in the state.
And also by Wheelhouse Auto Body, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Wagner Auto, Anderson Rumpke Dental, Bank West, Stulkin Peterson LLP, Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, and Beck Motors. And now to the booth with the call of the game with award-winning KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
And a good afternoon, good evening as we welcome you here to Hollister Field. It is a homecoming game for the Pierre Governors as they take on the Watertown Arrows. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller. And right before we got ourselves on the air, as the open was going, we're kind of getting the lowdown of what the night might look like here right now. Obviously, the Lightning may play a different factor, but Mendel looking for maybe a 6:30 kickoff, a little after 6:30, so 53 minutes from now that we'll try and get kickoff going. But trying to change things up a little bit. Maybe they'll still want the royalty to go through here with the nice, clean, rain-soaked cars now. Those old cars that always drive the royalty around. Trying to condense a lot of things in here to make sure we get this game going as quickly as we can. But looking like 6:30 and. Well, things don't always come easy. Even for the Pierre Governors, it doesn't always come easy, and it's showing that tonight with the weather.
Yeah, football is all about adjustments, right?
That's right.
And it's time to adjust. We're going to adjust the game time. We're going to adjust the playing surface. We're going to adjust all kinds of things tonight. So, it's going to hopefully get going. That's the important part, is get the game in and things like that.
So we're looking at 6:30, so about an hour from now. And Mendel, there's a lot that you talked about the adjustments, and one thing here, we're basically an hour away from kickoff. That the guys are sitting in the locker room a little bit longer than what they normally are. They got to sit there and wait a little bit. Obviously, both teams are going to go through it, and maybe it's a little bit easier for the Governors because they're at home. They didn't have a 3-hour bus ride down here and then have to sit in the locker room a little bit longer. But it's going to be imperative that guys still get stretched out and be a little bit more comfortable maybe than normal, just because, one, it's going to be an uncomfortable playing surface compared to normal days, and there's adjustments before you even step out onto the field tonight.
Yeah, exactly. They're not I think what I've noticed from Pierre, in the program itself, is they're very structured and they do the same thing before every game, and they get out and they run around once they get off the buses and things like that. And they're not able to do that this time. They're sitting there in the locker room kind of cooped up. I'm sure the emotions are going. They want to get out on the field, and there was probably a time there where they didn't know if it was going to happen or whatever. So certainly not a normal pregame for them, but that can work well in your favor also with those emotions and building on them. And then when you come out of the locker room, come through the doors, you're really, really ready to go.
So we've got plenty of time to talk about this matchup, but what we're going to do, because we've got extra time, is we're going to hear a little bit of Coach's Corner here for the pregame show. We've got Steve Steele. We've got Max Foth that we can play the interview as well, too, for the Stanley County Buffaloes, who are scheduled to start at 7 o'clock in White River. The Lyman Raider coach in Mike Kiefer. We talked to him on Wednesday, but they played earlier today. Tom Moore, the Solar Beach Chargers, well, they're going on right now. They've probably played through halftime of this of their contest up in Harriet-Selby area. So we won't hear from them because those games are going on. That's a little bit too far away. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to hear from Steve Steele first. If time allows, we'll also hear from Max Foth, the Stanley County Buffaloes, who, again, they're playing White River tonight, and just a little bit of a coach's quarterback for you again. But we'll also hear from Coach Steele in the pregame interview, but we're going to hear from him in Coach's Corner. It's not going to be the exact same interview. There's going to be a little bit difference to it, a little bit more casual conversation with them, but there's going to be some similarities going on. Right now, with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Harriet-Selby area leading Solar Beach 20-0. That game on Country 95.3 and on YouTube at Country 95.3 Sports. But it is the Pierre Governors and Watertown Arrows homecoming game. A little bit, it's not raining on your parade, but it is raining a little bit here to keep us enlightening and keeping us from the start of the game at 6 o'clock. And hopefully we get started at 6:30 is what we're expecting us to get going here for the evening. So we will send things back to the station. We'll take a minute break, or we'll take a 4-minute break. We'll come back and hear from Coach Steele in the Coach's Corner interview, as we'll have that first. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
This fall, take some time to think about your future while the leaves make their way down to earth and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill. It's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break out the face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. Fall sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC. As we welcome you back to Coach's Corner here on KCCR and online at kccrradio.com. Joining me is Coach Steve Steele here, the Pierre Governors, now 4-0 on the season, a big win against Yankton. And, you know, Coach, we're 5 days removed from that win on Friday night. And we'll go back to it here real quick. And how much fun was that game? You know, when you look back from last Friday, how fun was it? What was the biggest takeaway from that win?
I mean, yeah, it's always fun to go down to Yankton and play at their stadium. You know, it's just they're so memorable when they've got the big crowd and half their crowd sitting on our side. And so, I mean, it's a very big momentum builder for this team. And it's a good test to have early in the season and one that we showed we can pass.
And now it's homecoming week. You know, you're halfway through the week of trying to, prepare for the game, but also all the festivities. For you, a lot of coaches are politically correct and they love homecoming. Deep down, they probably are ready for the week to be over with, or at least to get to the game, because sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. But how much fun is it to especially here in Pierre, to have homecoming?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a cool week. There's just so many people out supporting. The community really comes out for homecoming, and it's always every year it's the biggest crowd, which is a lot of fun. And they come out and support kids all week long, no matter the sport. So just a really fun thing to see, especially in a community like Pierre.
Is that the Steve Steele answer, the politically correct answer?
No, that's a good. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's obviously you've got more stuff going on, but I think the kids do a pretty good job locking in, and also wanting to get out and support their friends.
And I will say too, talking to some of those guys last week in the post-game show and saying about homecoming, and they were pretty, straightforward too, saying we got to still be prepared. We can't let homecoming be a distraction. It's going to be a lot of fun, and homecoming is always fun for all the kids. But it's even more fun when you win a ball game, and to do that, you have to be mentally prepared throughout the entire week.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They've got to continue to do that, and they know that. I think that's the really fun thing about this particular group is, they understand the work that's ahead, and they understand the process it takes to get to it, and they're not trying to take a shortcut. They're not taking weeks off, and ultimately they want to have fun this week, but they know the most fun will be Friday night after a win.
And last week, and we'll talk to you about it in the pregame show again too when it comes to the game time, but last week you played in Yankton and 40 pass attempts from their quarterback. This week, not going to be as many. Still could be, pass attempts, but their running back, Juven Hudson, is their guy, and they when they win ball games, they're going to win ball games on the back of his shoulders, and that's kind of how they go. So what's the difference between preparing for that defense or that offense last week and now getting the defense prepared for their offense this week?
Yeah, it's just a different form of discipline. I think the front seven, last week they could kind of unleash and have a little bit of fun. This week they've got to be locked in and in the right spot at all the times, and they've got to be sure tacklers. We can't allow him to have any space or any room to get going. Once he gets going, he's hard to stop. And then the DBs just kind of the opposite mentality. Instead of kind of really having to zone in on their guy and follow him all over the field, they've just got to be ready for those play action opportunities where they're going to look to stretch the field and get everybody with their eyes in the backfield. So they got to have their eyes right even more so this week.
The forecast, there's not too many times where rain is in the forecast for Friday night, and if it is, maybe 20%, 30%. This is more, that there's probably going to be raining. There's more of a chance that you're actually going to have some rain and some sloppier weather, sloppier playing conditions. Does that change the game plan at all going into this week, or does it? You mentioned too, the assignment football and filling the gaps. Is it even more so to hit the nail on the head of that? The game's going to be sloppy. You got to make sure that you're in your spot, because if you're not, you might be slipping and falling. It might be a difference between a house call or getting a stop.
Yeah, I mean, I think when there's bad weather and things like that, then all those little things become so much more important, because you can't just say, oh, we'll make a play or anything like that. If your footing's not good, then it's a lot easier to be in the wrong spot than the right spot. So it's going to be even more important if field's wet or muddy, that we're making sure our eyes are correct and we're in the right spots after the snap and throughout the play.
And you got great success running the football last week, and obviously the Pierre team likes to throw the football, likes to run the football, but with the weather the way it is, obviously it'd be game time decision on what the balance is of run pass. But are you looking to maybe having to run the football a little bit more when the conditions aren't as good?
Maybe a little. I mean, I think we've been pretty balanced, but I think the biggest thing is we just want to do whatever it is that we've got to do this year. We're not going to force a run if it's not there. We're not going to force a pass if it's not there. We're just going to continue to trust that, whatever matchups we have are going to be the ones that we need to win and the ones that the kids do win. And, whether that's passing or running, then, that's what we got to do. And hopefully the weather's allows both of those options to be available. But, that's certainly a part of it too.
I think the times that we've talked about it affecting the pass game, usually it's 50-mile-an-hour winds is what we're talking about, not so much water on the field and water falling from the sky. It's probably a little bit different too, and of course it could be great conditions by the time if the rain stops. It could be great. Even if the rain doesn't stop or is stopped, it still could be bad. I mean, and it's probably just fun to kind of have the unexpected happen this week.
Yeah, I mean, living in the middle of South Dakota, you don't know. I mean, we could have an 80% chance of rain and it could still be sunny. We don't know yet, and just just like everything else, everything is always pretty fluid, and we'll just ultimately have to wait until kickoff and see what's happening, and then see what everything looks like, because until then it's just a forecast.
Talking with Steve Steele here, the Pierre Governors, as they take on the Watertown Arrows Friday night with coverage on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Kind of change things up a little bit. How's the fantasy team doing through the first 2 weeks? Any injuries that you've had to deal with that have seemed to been striking most of the league right now?
Yeah, so our coaches of the league here, I'm 2-0 and in very, very good shape. Team's been very good. In my other league with my brother's team, I took a heartbreaking 0.7 point loss. So it was lost by 7 yards. I saw there was a stat correction for Derrick Henry. I was hoping it was for 8, but it was only for 1, so it didn't quite get me there. But yeah, Aaron Jones is the one that kind of hurt this week, not being in the lineup. But at the same point, 1-1's not bad. It's a long year, but we'll see.
The unfortunate thing is that John Winkler is not keeping those stats, because it could have been an 8-point correction if I was keeping those stats.
Where are you when we need you, huh?
But and it's been it's been crazy too in the discussion of all the turf fields and the grass fields. Obviously, high school football, you guys are playing the road games. Most of your road games, if not all of them this year, have been on turf. Obviously the home games here on grass. Do you see a difference high school wise of turf versus grass? Maybe not so much injury, but just guys getting their footing and getting things, things are different with it between grass and turf.
We might see Friday night here pretty quickly. I don't know. I said it's always tough. I mean, if the grass is, if you have a year where there is no massive rain game where the field gets torn up, then grass is great. Then if you get a game that looks like might be what we're going to see this week, and you go out and it's abused really bad for 4 quarters, that's the hard part with grass, is it can kind of ruin it for the rest of that season. So NFL, they probably don't got to worry about that. They just fly in a new field from somewhere else that's been impeccably cared for 18 years
Right.
preparing for it. So, but I said it's one of those things that in some ways it's an advantage because not many teams play on turf. Watertown obviously doesn't yet. They still have their last year on grass. But I said it just depends. If it's great weather, relatively probably not a major difference. When it's really wet and sloppy and stuff like that, then I think you'll probably have a little bit better footing on turf.
It's amazing what a couple $1 billion would do for you.
Yeah.
In the NFL, being able to just doesn't matter to them. They can just bring in whatever they want because they've got they don't want to spend money, but they've got all the money that they can spend on it. Talking with Steve Steele here, the Pierre Governors. They take on Watertown on Friday, homecoming game, and coverage will be on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Getting into this contest, what's the fun of going against a 3-1 team after having a 3-0 team, now a 3-1 team? Obviously, Brandon Valley next week. Those three matchups especially are against some really high quality opponents, both in 11 AA and then 11 AAA. What's the fun of having those three great games with those teams with great records?
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to play great football teams. You want to go and have good football games. And obviously we had a great one last week, and we're expecting another one this week and another one next week. And honestly, Huron's a really good team. T's a really good team. You could string a lot more together than we were initially thinking. So, just very exciting to be able to have these kind of games. Really throughout a month. It's a month of fantastic football right in the middle of the year. And really kind of finding out what you're made of, and ultimately you're going to be able to get through it with the pieces that you need to get to the end.
And final question here is biggest reason why the Governors are now 5-0 when it comes to the end of that ball game.
I think obviously sticking Hudson and not allowing him to have the space to operate, and then offensively, again finishing those plays, finding ways to extend, medium games to long games to touchdowns, and not having negative plays.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Hopefully the rain gear is ready to go for you. It's already probably maybe your wife's already got laid out for you for Friday night. But we're looking forward to a fun homecoming game, and we'll talk to you in the pregame show.
Thanks, John.
That is head coach Steve Steele. The Pierre Governors will return with more Coaches Corner after this here on KCCR and online at kccrradio.com.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission driven to provide affordable, high quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
Wind Circle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity professionals will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. Wind Circle has many hardware options. Dell, Barracuda, Lenovo, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today at 605-224-1111 and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
You can feel it in the air. I'm talking about Slumberland Furniture's Fall Home Sale. This sale features savings of up to 50% off our list prices. And if it's selection, look no further. Sofas, sectionals, beds, dining, and coffee tables, TV stands, and so much more. Find it on sale at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, there's special financing for this sale. Don't miss out on the fall sale, now happening at Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture on the truck bypass in Pierre. And be sure to check out slumberland.com. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com. And as we welcome you back here at Hollister Field, as again, we still got the weather delay going on right now, but they are looking for a 6:30 kickoff. John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller as you're at 6 o'clock at KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. The Govs and Watertown Arrows, the both teams, Watertown has taken the field probably 2 or 3 minutes right before the Govs are on the field right now. And if you're watching it on YouTube, you don't see them, but they will make their way around and get themselves warming up here shortly. And again, Mendel, this is a little bit different of a routine than the Governors are usually in. Obviously, it probably helps that you're at home, but it does just make things a little bit harder to get yourself, I wouldn't say motivated for the game. You're probably still motivated for the game, but it just makes it a little bit harder to get yourself going quicker.
Yeah, different. Different than what you're used to. You have to warm up maybe differently, maybe with a little bit more urgency and things like that. Condensed warm-ups will, speed things up and just probably just takes their focus on the differences rather than maybe the focus on the game.
Of course, right now, what you're looking at, too, is that the fans are going to be a little bit slower maybe to get here. You're hoping that it's still the big crowd that homecoming brings, but, that there's a way to watch the game here on YouTube at KCCR Sports, so it might draw some people away with the rain, and which, the Govs feed off the home crowd. They feed off the crowd every single week, whether it be on the road or especially here at home when you got one of the best home fan bases in the state. It makes, as you mentioned, different, and it just makes it a little bit tougher and something to overcome.
Yeah, I think, hopefully, I'm sure the fans will come out. It's kind of clear enough now. It's not raining. Pierre fans are notorious or famous for, showing up to games and being loud and things like that. So the ones that are here are going to be loud. But just a different atmosphere. It's wet, it's damp, the wind's not blowing, but it'll cool off quicker and things like that. So just lots of things to adjust to.
And the Governors and Watertown Arrows coming up here looking for kickoff at 6:30. They are not doing the starting lineups at the field. They're going to do the royalty here in about 10 minutes or so and have them go around the track with the track. Being the good thing is those tires are probably at least okay on those older cars. They should be able to get themselves through just fine with the royalty going through here for homecoming. But again, we're looking for a 6:30 to be the kickoff start time, and the Govs and Watertown Arrows still coming up here from Hollister Field. There was a little bit of, obviously the athletic directors, the athletic departments have had a lot of discussion over the last couple of days to make sure that, one, you did the right thing by still trying to play the football game on a Friday night, but trying to make sure that you got the best case scenario over it all. And Mother Nature is undefeated for a reason. No matter what the decision was going to be made, if you started at 7 o'clock, would you be able to start on time? Yeah, maybe. Were you going to want to take that risk and not start it earlier? You probably didn't want to do that either. So there's a lot of factors that were going into this, and we're looking to schedule about 30 minutes earlier to start than we were originally scheduled at 7 o'clock, 30 minutes later than what we had previously started this afternoon thinking we were going to start. But overall, it is still going to be football, still going to be a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to this matchup because it's a 4-0 Pierre Governor team against a 3-1 Watertown team, and Watertown's only lost to Yankton, who Pierre beat last week. Juven Hudson, the slop is a good weather to be a running back in, outside of getting the footing, get your footing down. The running game is going to be the important part of this game, and that's where the Watertown Arrows really succeed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you heard Coach Steele there on the coach's corner talking about fitting gaps and things like that, which is especially important in the running game. And you get a linebacker or a safety that's supposed to fit a gap, and he overruns a little bit and can't plant and come back, and it could be a house call. So certainly impacts the game.
And we're going to hear from Coach Steele again coming up in just a little bit with this, the true pregame interview, the Friday night pregame interview, not just the Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening Coach's Corner interview. But we're about 25 minutes from start time here from Hollister Field. Looking forward to homecoming game between the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows. What we're going to do is we're going to come back here in 3 minutes. We'll talk about scores. There's games that started early across the state, earlier than what we were even starting, and we can tell you some scores from across the state, a couple of local teams in action as well. We'll come back in 3 minutes and have more of the pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Enrich your life with opportunities at Capital City Campus. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Earn money while getting your associate's degree. Licensed practical nurse. Start your nursing career in Pierre. This program has a 97% placement rate. Need to brush up on skills? Capital City Campus has a variety of online courses to choose from. From grants and low-cost loans available, we'll work with you to help make college more affordable. Call Capital City Campus today, 605-773-2160, or stay connected and check us out on Facebook. Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
And we welcome you back here to Hollister Field as we, again, are looking to get set at 6:30, get started at 6:30 here this evening with kickoff. John Winkler alongside Mendo Miller as we start to get ready for this game. Let's go across the state here. Look at scores as, Class 11 AA, already 2 games in action. Jefferson is hosting the Mitchell Colonels, 48-0 and near halftime for the Cavaliers over the Mitchell Colonels. The other big game that we're looking at, Yankton and T area, they started 5 o'clock. It's 3 minutes to go in the half. 28-6, Yankton over T area right now. We'll see the T area Titans here in a couple weeks on Friday the 13th in T. In Class 11A, a couple games going on right now. Dakota Valley beating Madison 12-7. That one is closing in on the end of that ball game. That's the play at Dakota State. Sioux Falls Christian is up 14-7 over Chamberlain with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Canton beating West Central right now 14-6 at the end of the first half. That is number 2 versus number 3 with Canton the 3 seed or 3 ranked team, third ranked team up in that game. Parker is beating Baltic right now 21-6 in 11B with 2 minutes to go in the half. Wagner over Scotland Meadow 30-0 right now at about halftime. Elk Point Jefferson over Flandreau 21-0. Sioux Valley over McCook Central Montrose 22-0 at halftime. Tri-Valley beat Mount Vernon Plankinton 17-0 earlier today. Also, for Winter Warriors, they have a bye week this week. Nathan Nods, we believe, still, even with all the changes of the weather, he will come up and we'll talk with him at halftime. He is the offense coordinator at the Winter Warriors, and we'll talk with him, the former coach here of the Pierre Governors. We'll talk with him at halftime as long as things stay on track. In 9AA, there's a couple games that are final. Freeman Marion and Freeman Academy beat Colombe earlier today, 64-12. Parkson over Garretson, 52-0. Hanson beating Canastota right now, 22-20 at halftime. Canastota the top team in 9AA. Or in 9A, I believe, and it is also Gregory beating Kimball White Lake 29-18 near halftime. The Wall Eagles, they beat Lyman earlier today in Lyman 38-0. Platte Guinness over Bonham 26-22. In 9A, a couple of other scores. Waverly South Shore beating Northwestern 34-0 near halftime. Alcester Hudson over Gable Vollen 40-8. Is Del Rapids St. Mary beating Oldham Arona Rutland 14-0 near the end of the first quarter. Woolsey Wessington beating Coleman Egan 41-14. In 9B, a couple of final scores. Hitchcock-Hilaire beat Sunshine Bible Academy 52-0. Also, Alcester Hudson, let's see, we've already said that. Harriet Selby area at the end of the 3 quarters is beating Sully Buttes 28-0. And those are scores that are being played right now across the state, and we're closing in on the start of our game here at about 6:30 is when we're going to get started with that game here this evening. We are a step aside. We'll come back in 3 minutes, and we'll hear from Coach Steve Steele of the Pierre Governors in the pregame interview this time. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota, and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-224-0369. Ask about our heart health specialists. Visit this clinic on the third Wednesday every month. Sanford Health Clinic, Pierre, 605-224-0369.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul. helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
We might not be the largest repair shop in town, but we take pride in what we do. We want to make the experience as painless as possible for you, so we will work with your insurance company on your claim from beginning to the end. Locally owned with 50 years combined in the shop, Wheelhouse Auto Body will take the stress off of you. Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield, or contact them at 605-494-0436, 605-494-0436, or wheelhouseautobody@gmail.com. As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Steve Steele here at the Pierre Governors as they take on the Watertown Arrows tonight, homecoming game here at Hollister Field. And Coach, a big win last Friday against the Yankton Bucks, and the takeaway, from that win, being down 7-0, a week later now, obviously you've put that game behind you, but that big takeaway of guys still competing with the defense, being on the field down in the game, the offense having to come back in the second half. How big of a win just was that last Friday?
It was huge, obviously for the standings and everything, but just the way that it happened, our defense really stood tall. They had a lot of pressure on them, really that whole first half, that first drive having to start on your own 15, and then after that being down the whole rest of really until the middle of the third quarter. There's a lot of high-pressure drives for them, and they rose to the challenge. And then, offensively, again, finding ways through the frustration and, finding ways to cover up mistakes and to continue to move forward. And, it was a really good full team effort of, being able to trust each other, offense trusting that the defense is going to do their job, defense trusting that offense is going to get figured out. So really good challenge to have this early in the season.
Well, and then you go from the Yankton offense that liked to pass the ball, had 40 pass attempts last week, to maybe one guy that might get 40 rushing attempts here tonight with Juven Hudson and the Watertown Arrows. Defensively for you guys, obviously the defensive lineman had to break through and then just chase the quarterback. Now, what changes with the guy that's going to run the football and want to pound it through maybe the hole or get outside the edges? What changes defensively that it has to be for the Governors?
Yeah, well, we've got to be ultra disciplined in staying in our gaps. I think the last game was a little bit more about pursuit and the DBs being a little bit more, make sure you don't lose your guy when there's a lot of scrambling. This week, if Juven Hudson gets through the hole, he's gone. So we've got to make sure that we're staying in our gaps and we're staying sound and not jumping over and giving him a seam to hit.
What do those corners and the safeties do? Those DBs that last week again having to watch all those receivers. You talked about filling the gaps. What do they need to do to make sure that if he does break through, to contain him and not make him get a full distance?
Yeah, they've got to be good at their pursuit angles and understanding where it's going to hit, and obviously chasing over the top if necessary. But they've got to be awake too. Watertown threw the ball with a lot of success against Washington, and some decent success in their previous games too. So they've got to be ready. They obviously, everyone knows that Juven Hudson's the guy, so they know that and play action off of it a good amount too.
And then flip on the other side of the ball, what's different about this Watertown defense than what Yankton was trying to do?
Yeah, I think they're very similar to Yankton. They're an odd front. They've got some really good inside linebackers. They're a little bit bigger, I think, than Yankton was. So I think it's going to be very comparable to what we just saw with Yankton. And, so hopefully that playing that game last week helps us have a little bit more and earlier success this week.
And what's always fun to see is different guys stepping up and being the guy for the game. Cooper Twillier, this 3 touchdown catches against Mitchell. Trey Lewis, a phenomenal job this last week running the football. Different guys in different roles being able to help this offense along, and it's not just one guy here or there, every single week. It's different guys stepping up.
Yeah, and I think we've got a lot of options, and we've got kind of little packages for a bunch of different people, and it's just kind of finding out which one gives us the best matchup that week, and then trusting them to execute. And surely we've seen that every game so far, and hopefully see it again tonight.
Homecoming week for you as the head coach, obviously it's a lot of fun all week for the players. It's a lot of fun for the fans and the parents and everybody involved. For you as the head coach and for the coaching staff, the difficult of, okay, now it's time for the game, or even throughout this week, okay, now it's time for practice. Are these guys, have you been able to see these guys stay focused the entire week, or have you tried to have them rein them in a little bit with all the homecoming stuff?
Yeah, I think it's actually been a pretty sharp week. I think that it's been a very good week of practice overall, but at the same point, you're ready for the game, and it's always a fun environment. Homecoming here is a fun night. It's a crazy, memorable night, and we're excited for it.
And the crowd that you kind of expect and have already seen in the pregame and stuff already showing up beforehand. How nice is it to have even a bigger crowd when it comes to homecoming?
Yeah, I mean, there's not many that are bigger than this here. This is always that game that just draws a lot of people, and there's always kind of, alumni coming back and everything else, and the parking lot's full up across the way, and it's just a fun environment. It's packed. There's a lot of noise, and, I'm sure there will be fireworks after the game again, so it's just an exciting time and, a really fun night.
Well, the fireworks in the game was going to be the biggest reason here for the Governors to pick up a win against Watertown.
I think the biggest key is just going to be to finish plays again. I think that was kind of the difference first half to second half last week was not finishing plays in the first half. And I think we had a couple opportunities for some early touchdowns that we just didn't quite get because we didn't finish the play. Second half, we finished them and got 4 touchdowns. So I think we got to do that offensively, and defensively, we got to contain Hudson.
Coach, I appreciate the time as always. Good luck tonight. Talk to you in the postgame.
Thanks, John.
That's head coach Steve Steele of the Pierre Governors. We'll return with more of the pregame show after this here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals on your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
The Swartz Agency, operating in the Pierre-Fort Pierre area since 2006, wants to welcome Cooper Swartz, our newest licensed agent, joining Ryan and Sylvia. Home and auto insurance, we cover it. Commercial and farm insurance, we cover it. Remember, quotes are free, and the chances are the Swartz Agency can save you money on your policy and provide the same or better coverage. Call Ryan, Sylvia, or Cooper at 224-0707. That's 224-0707.
It's the Dog Days of Summer sale going on now at Beck Motor Company of Pierre. We are excited to support our local kids again this year. Good luck, Governors and Buffaloes. We are here for all your automotive needs. Get 4 free oil changes with your pre-owned vehicle purchase during the month of August. See all our offers and specials at www.beck-motors.com. 224-5912. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Are you building or remodeling your house? Looking for a trustworthy plumber? We all have to deal with a plumbing problem every now and then. Why not let the experts handle it for you? Contact Matt with Graves Plumbing at 222-8400. Graves Plumbing, the go-to for all your plumbing needs. Don't forget to visit them on Facebook to check out the excellent work they've done. Call Matt at Graves Plumbing today at 222-8400. That's 222-8400.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
See the team at Potsdam State Farm or visit insuredwithbecky.com.
As we welcome you back here to Hollister Field, considering to get set for a kickoff between the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows homecoming game. Crowd is filing in nicely after a, I guess one only being about a half an hour delay from the scheduled kickoff time to the actual kickoff time. And if you didn't realize until, later, right when you got here, you think, well, they're going to kick off in half an hour early anyway at 6:30. But the Governors and Watertown Arrows getting set here. Let's go through the starting lineups as it will be for the Governor offense. We'll start with Watertown side. We'll start the Watertown offense. Drayton Hemrick, the 5'10", 150-pound quarterback for them, along with Juven Hudson, the senior, the 5'11", 175-pound back. Cohen Kranz is one of their wide receivers, along with Mitch Olson, who stands at 6'3", and 165 pounds. Marcus Pitkin, the 5'10", 160-pound third receiver for them. The tight end is Austin Johnson. The offensive line from left to right, Nash Berg, stands at 6'3", 230. The left guard is Caden Bouchamp, the 6'4", 215-pound guard. The center is Landon Perry. He stands at 6 feet, weighs 260. The right guard is Jaden Lambert, the 6'1", 240-pound man. And right tackle is Carter Ingalls, the 6'6", 265-pound. That is a beefy offensive line for the Watertown Arrows, Mendel.
Yeah, you don't see that so often. So, and, that makes sense. You build your team around a running game, and you have to have those guys up front to open some holes and make it all work.
The defense now for Watertown, they run the 3-4. That is going to be the defensive ends of Caden Bouchamp. Again, he's on the offensive side as well. Jane Lambert also starting both ways for Watertown. The nose guard is Micah Hawk. The outside linebacker, Spencer Wenches, and Simon Hendricks, 6 foot and 5'10", 215 for Wenches and 170 for Hendricks. The inside linebackers, Austin Johnson and Caden Decker. The safeties are the strong safety is Owen Sparts, 5'10", 160 pounds. The free safety is Jeremiah Schulte, the 5'11", 164-pound man. The two quarterbacks, Shea Coltrane and Cole Hansen, standing at 5'11" and 5'10", respectively. Mentioned the beefy offensive line for the Watertown Arrows. Well, it's a beefy offensive line for the Pierre Governors as well. You look at their offensive line, the nub guard is Jacob Mickinen. He's 6'4", 235-pound junior. Zane Rouse, the center, the 6'1", 250-pound junior. The inside guard is Matthew Brewer, the 6'1", 240-pound senior. Lucas Coleman, the outside guard, the 6'2", 265-pound senior. The tackle is Ty Michael, the 6'4", 220-pound junior. So they don't have a guy under 215 pounds either. These two offensive lines are very beefy, and it's the beef squad for both these teams.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a night, soggy field, rain. It's a ground and pound kind of night, so the game's probably going to be decided in the trenches.
The rest of the offensive line, or the offense, Cooper Twilliger and Jed Zabel, the two tight ends, 6'5" freshman Twilliger, 210 pounds. Jed Zabel, the 6'4", 215-pound senior. The two receivers starting, George Stalley, the 5'9", 160-pound junior, and Keenan Scott, the 195-pound senior. He stands at 6'2". Keith Kaiser is the 6'2", 190-pound senior quarterback. Brock Mosier will be in the backfield to start off. He's a 5'9", 175-pound senior. On the defensive side for the Pierre Governors, that defensive line, the two defensive tackles, Elijah Bucci and Emmett Anderson, they got their work, their sprints in last week. It'll be more containing this week. They were just chasing after the quarterback along with Austin Lingdow, the nose tackle, the 6'1", 330-pound senior. The outside linebackers are Titan Winkler, the 175-pound senior. He stands at 5'10". Trey Lewis, the 6 foot, 180-pound senior as well. The middle linebackers, Lucas Chamberlain, the 6'1", 200-pound senior, and Chance Sarda, the 6 foot, 180-pound senior. These strong safety, Spencer Shosberg, he had the interception to seal the win for the Govs last week. 6'1", 175-pound senior. Spencer Easlin, the free safety, he stands at 6'2", 175 pounds as well. Tyan Buss and Carson Stosher, the two starting cornerbacks, Buss, the 5'10", 170-pound senior, and Carson Stosher, the 6'1", 160-pound junior. Trey Lewis will be the punt returner, along with the kick return duties were for Lewis and Brock Mosier. Jed Zabel will do the punting. It is going to be Bria Sargent doing the kickoffs. Ryan Berry is the kicker for the Pierre Governors as well. We will step aside for 3 minutes, come back. We've got kickoff for you next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolk & Peterson, LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
We all have had to fix little things. Loose screw? Get a screwdriver. Nail coming up? Find a hammer. Bolt coming loose? Get some wrenches. Sometimes these little things tend to make us think we can fix big things. Plug drain? Call Allied Plumbing. Water heater leaking? Call Allied Plumbing. Sewer backed up? Trust me, leave it to the professionals and rely on your ally. Call Allied Plumbing. With 75 years of combined experience, it speaks for itself. Allied Plumbing, 494-2001.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring help you update your home or office with the latest fashion trends. With over 30 years of experience, we can help you find the right flooring or window treatments for your needs. Stop down to 414 East Sioux Avenue or call for an appointment at 224-9297 for your free consultation and estimate. Go Govs!
At Anderson Rumpke Dental, we want to change the way your family views the dentist. Let's replace your fear of the dental chair with personal service and a friendly and inviting atmosphere. Using state-of-the-art technology, we offer same-day crowns, saving you time and money, as well as dental implants, orthodontics, veneers, teeth whitening, and much more. Anderson Rumpke Dental, located at 1521 North Harrison Avenue in Pierre. At Anderson Rumpke Dental, we also offer sedation dentistry. If you like the idea of getting all your dental work done while you sleep, sedation dentistry might be right for you. Anderson Rumpke Dental. Call us today at 224-6111. Back here at Hollister Field, we are set for kickoff. They're doing the coin flip right now, and they have finished things up, and we'll see if the referee... Watertown they won the toss, they elected to receive, so the Governors will be doing the kicking first, and we are just about set for some football on this Friday night. It is 6:30 right now, 12 minutes are on the clock. We're 30 minutes earlier than we normally start a regular football game, but Mendel, it feels like you feel like you've been waiting for this a lot longer than even a 7 o'clock kickoff. We're not even there quite yet.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of half hour later than scheduled, but a half hour earlier than what it normally would be. And, actually right now there's no wind, no rain. It doesn't look like right now. It's a pretty nice night for football if you take away the really super wet turf and things like that. So, yeah. Could have been a lot worse.
And we'll see how exactly this playing field might look right away. The kickoff upcoming. Bria Sargent will take the kickoff for the Governors. Owen Sparts, as well as also Juven Hudson, Nathan Briggs will be back deep to return the opening kick for the Watertown Arrows, as we are just about set here for kickoff. Hudson is making his way back. He's in the middle of the field for the Watertown Arrows. So he is looking to maybe take one back. Owen Sparts as well, and Nathan Briggs on the far side of the field. Actually, that is going to be number 16, and Shea Coltrane. He will be back as well. So we are just about set, ready to roll from this beautiful Hollister Field on a Friday night. Everybody's stuck around. They maybe waited a little bit longer in their cars than we were expecting to get started, but half an hour later, we're ready to roll.
Yeah, it's a good crowd. It's filling in fast, and it'll be interesting here, as you said, deep to return the ball for Watertown is Hudson, and I know they want to get him the ball, but Pierre's been directionally kickoff all year, and I'd be surprised if they give him a chance.
Well, and Zabel is also standing with Sargent, so one of them will kick it away. But with the way that Hudson is standing right now, they might try and kick it away from him to begin with. But we are set, ready to roll. Zabel will back it up. He will come through, and he will kick this one away. It's going to be an onside kick. It's a bobbled ball, and it will end up being the Watertown Arrows, I believe, that fall on top of it. There's a pile right now. They're trying to figure out who's got it. Nobody's made the signal yet. It is Governor football. The Governors fall on top of it. It is Carson Stosher that gets it, and the Govs, they will get the ball to start the first and third quarter now as they take over on the onside kick that's recovered by Stosher.
And the wet ball there, exactly. It bounced right to the Watertown player, and he was kind of aware of what was happening and tried to cover it, and just slipped out of his hand, and Stosher was right there to wrestle it away.
So here is going to be Kate Kaiser to come out, lead the offense, the senior quarterback. They like to go just about halfway. Well, now the referees are talking about this a little bit too. And they will say it is Pierre football. As Kate Kaiser has thrown for 719 yards. He has run for 378. Brock Mosier, Trey Lewis also have run for multiple 100 yards. Empty backfield as the Governors will look to pass on first down. Kaiser, all kinds of time. Jordan Staley is wide open. He makes the catch. He's going to get out to the 35-yard line inside Watertown territory. Staley was left wide open, and the Govs will get a first down. Maybe expected the run right away. Well, the Governors said, we're going to pass the ball right away.
Yeah, exactly. Empty backfield, spread them out, and he had Zabel running wide open 10 yards behind the defense as well, so he could take his pick.
So it will be now Trey Lewis in the backfield here for the Governors. Staley, the lone receiver here on the near side with that two tight end format that the Governors will go with. Kaiser, pistol formation. 3 down lineman here for the Watertown Arrows. It will be a handoff for Lewis. He tried to cut it back, and he's got nowhere to run. And that defensive line was right there on top of him. Micah Hawk, I believe, was the one that was the first one to him. And it will be a second down and 11 from the 36-yard line. Make that the 26-yard line.
Yeah, just a missed block there on the right side, and Lewis didn't have much room.
Two receivers here the near side. Kaiser, he'll look to pass. He'll throw to the flat far side. Staley, that bobbles and dropped, and it's going to be third down and incomplete. And it's third and 11, third and a long 10, short 11 here for the Governors from the 26-yard line with 10:55 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Watertown defense there didn't really have a deep safety. Their defensive backfield was all on the same level. And again, Zabel broke open late, so if Kaiser's got a little more time, it's going to be 6.
And they will get Watertown to jump. 3 different guys jumped, one across the line, as it was Micah Hack that crossed the line. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 now from the 21, and the Governors make it much more manageable and maybe now have a couple plays that they want to run. If they pick up a couple yards, they'll find themselves. They're going to change a little bit of personnel here as Trey Lewis will jump into the play along with Keaton Scott, as they'll still have Kaiser in the backfield. Lone in the backfield here. Mosier is the receiver split out to the near side. With Zabel on the tight end on the right side. Kaiser will try and go left. He'll try and cut it back to the middle. He's got nowhere to go. That defensive line, they are a good defensive bunch. That Micah Hatch is right there again. And it's going to be 4th down and 5 from the 20-yard line. 4th and 4 from the 20 here for the Govs with 10:30 left to go in the first quarter on the first drive of the ball game.
Yeah, once again, nothing up the middle for Kaiser there, even though the empty set, quarterback draw.
2 receivers out far side here, empty backfield again. Kaiser, he's got a rusher coming, clean, he got hit, but it's going to be Zabel who is wide open to make the catch and a touchdown for the Govs. Zabel left wide open. Kaiser took a hit to make that play, and the Govs lead 6-0 with 10:19 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Zabel was probably going back to the huddle after those first 2 pass plays and saying, hey, wait for me because I'm open. Kaiser had to take the hit to make it happen, but wide open.
So here's Ryan Berry on for the extra points. Looking to make this a 7-0 lead. Fireworks are going off after each touchdown, and Kaiser looked back at where those fireworks were going off. High snap, but the kick is going to be up, and that is going to be good. 7-0 lead for the Governors. They lead it here at homecoming night. 10-19 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
South Dakotans, due to the recent flood, hail, and windstorms, many of you have damage and are in need of making repairs. When it comes to making the decision of who to hire to complete the repairs, you should always check with the Department of Revenue to ensure they're licensed to do business in South Dakota. And you should check with Consumer Protection to see if any complaints have been filed against the company. And finally, never sign anything until you read all the details. Rule of thumb, when someone knocks on your door to sell you a product or service, they need to provide you with a 3-day right to cancel. Go to consumersd.gov and look under transient vendors or call 800-300-1986.
Back here at Hollister Field, a 5-play, 50-yard drive after the onside kick was recovered by the Governors. A 20-yard touchdown pass from Kate Kaiser to Jed Zabel. And the Governors have a 7-0 lead in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by and scoreboard. Mendel, that was an impressive first drive. They weren't worried about the weather being bad for throwing the football. A couple of big completions to both George Stalley and Jed Zabel on that drive, and it leads to 7 points.
Yeah, fireworks before the touchdown, fireworks after the touchdown. I don't think Watertown was expecting passes, especially going deep, and Kaiser just had a wide-open guy.
Here's Bria Sargent for the kickoff. This will be a shorter kick out to the 30-yard line to the 35, and right around the 40 is where the tackle will be made, as it was Marcus Pitkin that returns it out to the 40-yard line. A good field position here for the Watertown Arrows to start this, their now first official drive of the ball game. And we'll see what the offense wants to do. Trayton Hemrick, the 5'10", 150-pound quarterback, will lead his offense out. Juven Hudson, that senior running back, he is the focal point of this Watertown offense, and when the receivers get the job done with throwing the football, well, it's because of the work that Juven Hudson does to work the play action and to respect the run game that Juven Hudson can do. It'll be under center for Hemrick, 3 receivers. All 3 of them will move to the left side of the line. And so they'll go a bunch formation on the left side, a pitch to the left side for Hudson. He'll take it out of the 45 as Stosher was able to push him out of bounds. And it will be a nice gain for Hudson. About to gain a 7 on that first down and carry for Juven Hudson to the 47.
Yeah, they line up with 3 to the right side, strength to the right side, then change the strength of the formation, Pierre, and then try to outflank Pierre to the left, and just got to be aware of that.
So here is now Hemrick again under center, Hudson in the backfield. Again, they're motioning everybody, moving everybody around. They start one way, and then they finish that set right another way as Hudson will get a handoff, an I formation that time. He'll get out to around the 48, 49-yard line. It's 3rd down and short here for the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, definitely trying to confuse the defense and get them thinking one thing and then changing the formation, get them concerned about filling those gaps.
Of course, Watertown has the football right now. The Governors are looking for a defensive stop. It is 3rd and 1 from the Watertown 49-yard line. 9:40 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Governors. First drive of the ball game for Watertown. I formation again. Hudson will get his 3rd carry. He tries to go up the middle. He is hit hard, and there is nowhere to go. It's going to be 4th down as the Governors were able to get out to him first. That defensive line, Emmett Anderson, along with Chance Sardo, were able to get there to make the tackle, and it's going to be 4th and inches now. And if you're Watertown, you got to feel like when you got one of the best backs in the state, that the Govs are going to, or the Watertown Arrows are going to want to try and go for it here.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. This is a big play. I think the entire defensive line beat their guy on that first play. Now they got to do it again.
So it is 4th and inches here from the 49-yard line. Hemrick, we'll see if he's going to keep it himself. This time they'll give it the fullback, and he maybe didn't get there. He got hit. It's going to be really close to that spot.
I think they're going to spot him past the line, but it was really close.
Spencer Wenches was the one that got to the handoff. He gets the first down, and now he's got a full dirt on the back of his jersey, mud on the back of his jersey. We've got to remember that Spencer Wenches, you can't see his number anymore. But it is 1st and 10, a gain of a full yard there for Wenches, and it's 1st and 10 now on Pierre Governor's side of the 50-yard line here for the Watertown Arrows. It'll be the first time a shotgun formation for the Watertown Arrows. As Wenches was coming off the field, he comes back on the field right now with 8:20 to go. Play clock is under 10. We'll line up here on the near side, and everybody is all confused on the Watertown side, and they've got to take a timeout. Coach Hodorf will take the timeout. He had about 3 different guys moving around. Cohen Kranz and also Marcus Pitkin were confused on how they were supposed to line up, so they burned their first timeout here with 8:16 to go in the first quarter, and the Governors lead at 7-0. But boy, if Watertown, I mean, that's what Watertown will want to do. They can take their time offensively. As long as they can put some points on the board, they're okay with controlling the clock. I think a lot of teams would like to control the clock against the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly what they want to do. And, you know, you got to be thinking, we gave Pierre 4 plays and they went 50 yards in a heartbeat. So we got to keep the ball as much as we can and keep it away from them, not only to score points, but just to keep their offense off the field.
So out of the timeout, it is 1st and 10. The Governors are back in their own territory right now. Watertown has it 1st and 10 for the Governor 49. 8:16 to go here in quarter number 1. After a 35-minute rain delay in total, or lightning delay, there's going to be a false start penalty against number 9 in Austin Johnson, the tight end. And those plays will drive coaches crazy. You're coming out of a timeout. Everything should be set. Everybody should be on the same play. And Austin Johnson just a little bit of some happy feet or just some happy movement, and he gets called for the false start.
Yeah, it started before the play and before the timeout. You know, they had like 6 guys in the backfield. They had to call the timeout. So
shotgun formation now here for Hemrick. This will be the first official snap he'll take from the shotgun. He'll roll to his right, looking to pass. He'll dump it off. The catch is going to be made here on the near side flat. It's going to be a tackle for Lucas Chamberlain, and it will be a completed pass to Cohen Kranz. And Hemrick completes his first pass, a little short dump off, and it will be 2nd down and manageable here now for Watertown. They pick up those 5 yards back and then some, a gain of 11 for the Watertown Arrows.
Yeah, and, you know, Kranz just goes out into the flat and sits down, and they run Hudson on a wheel route behind him, and Pierre obviously very aware of where Hudson is. 2 guys follow him and leave Kranz open.
Trips to the near side. Now everybody will move to the left side of the line, all getting lined up on that line. And now another pitch play for Hudson on the far side of the field. He's going to try and get to that first down marker. He does. He was tracked down by Lucas Chamberlain. He was falling on top of him, and it's going to be the Watertown Arrows with another first down for Juven Hudson. And it's 1st and 10 from the Governor 38-yard line now.
Yeah, same play they ran on first down on their first play of the game. Just shift the strength of the formation, pitch it out, and let Hudson try to get wide.
So you got Hemrick, the quarterback, Hudson, the running back, and then Kranz, Olsen, and Pitkin, the receivers. And again, that big offensive line that Watertown has, I formation under center. The Watertown quarterback. Play action, rolling out to his right. He'll throw on the run. It's going to be up for grabs, tipped by Schonsberg and incomplete. As he was in coverage, they were looking to go to number 82, Colton Vlasman. And it's 2nd down and 10 from the 38.
Good coverage there by Schonsberg. Undercut the route, got up and deflected the ball away.
And again, where the Governors and what Coach Steele was talking about, too, that you respect the run game of what Hudson can do and what Watertown does so well, the play-action game, that you expect the ball to go to Hudson, and then those receivers are wide open. So these corners, safeties have to be aware that Hudson's not going to get the ball every time. He gets it here, though, on the handoff and I formation, bounces out left tackle, and he'll get out to the 35. We'll call him down to 36, a gain of 2, and it's 3rd down and 8 now here for Watertown.
Yeah, good defense there. Winkler on the tackle there, coming out from the outside linebacker spot. And, you know, so far the line's done a really good job of controlling Watertown's line and keeping the holes to a minimum.
7-0 lead for Pierce. 3rd and 8 from the Governor 36. Watertown with the ball, 6:40 left to go here in the first quarter. 3 receivers out left side. Hemrick rolls to his right. Now he'll throw downfield looking for his man. It's going to be incomplete and a no flag, as the Governors will get a 4th down, as Olsen was the intended receiver. And the Governors had
Bus
Ty Bus with the good defensive play. he didn't really get his head turned around in time, but he was able to make life difficult for Olson, and it becomes 4th down.
Yeah, and Olson, see what he's listed here as, but he looks like he's about 6'3", 6'4", Bus is about 5'10", so they definitely had to throw it up and go get it type of philosophy there.
So 4th and 8, they're going to go for it here as Watertown. Pistol formation here for Hemrick. He'll drop back, couple step drop back. Now he's going to roll to his left. He is going to be sacked, and the Governors are going to get the ball back at their own 46-yard line. As Evan Anderson is the one to get the sack, gets the tackle and the turnover on downs, and the Governors will take over at their own 46. A loss of 8 for Hemrick on that, what was hoping to be some kind of 4th and 8 play for Watertown. That goes so well, and the Govs will take over at their own 46. So 1st and 10 here for Pierre. Kate Kaiser, who went 2 for 3 on that drive for 45 yards. He'll drop back to pass again here on 1st down. Steps up, avoids the sack. He's avoiding a 2nd sack, but he will go down. It took 4 different Watertown Arrows to pick up the loss, but it was only a loss of 1 back to the 45. Spencer Wench was the first one there to try and get at him, and it was ended up being Kaiser to avoid him, and then he avoided another one before Micah Hatch gets the sack on Kaiser.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there.
2nd and 11 from the 45-yard line with under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Governors lead at 7-0. Kaiser, quick pass, far side. Zabel makes the catch. He's getting out to the sideline and before he gets out of bounds. And they will, I believe, stop the clock out as he got to the 46-yard line in Watertown territory.
Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Green Machine.
3rd and manageable here for the Governors.
Just a really quick outlet pass there to Zabel and safe play.
And the Governors will pick up the 1st down. The 2nd time that the Governors have been able to get Watertown to jump. Pierre doesn't. They call it number 98, but I don't believe that was number 98, maybe 78 in Micah Hack. But it is the Govs do it all the time, and I know it's easy to look up here and say, how do you fall for that every time? And the Govs do it such a good job of that every single week to make it look like they're going to snap the ball. As they will catch another pass out on the far side, he gets out of bounds near the 1st down marker, and from the 41, he'll get out around to the 32-yard line, about a gain of 9, I believe. It will be a gain of 9.
Yeah, very similar play to the last one. Just nobody up on Zabel on the outside, right on the boundary. Kaiser takes the snap and just whips it out to him quickly.
So it will be first to make that 2nd and 1. Kaiser, then, no, I don't think anybody was very set on that Governor offensive line. So Kaiser will get out to around the 20-yard line, but I think this is going to come back.
Quarterback screen, but we do have some laundry on the field.
67 of the offense is now set up to snap. 5-yard penalty, previous spot, remains 2nd down.
So they will back it up 5 yards to make it 2nd and 6. I believe maybe they got Lucas Coleman. Maybe he said 67 instead of 57, but it is going to be 2nd and 6 here for the Governors with 5:31 left to go here in the first quarter. Govs still lead at 7-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. 2 receivers here near side. Empty backfield for Kaiser. Shotgun formation. He'll throw it over the middle, looking for his man for a Stalley, and just threw it a little bit too far. Stalley looked like he was going to be at that spot to finish out and get the touchdown. However, we've got a hold now, I believe, on the Governors, which will back them up another 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 16, well, depending on where the spot of it is. We'll wait to hear the official call.
Holding, 67 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, previous spot, 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down here for the Governors as they'll get a previous spot, 2nd and 16. So 2nd and 16 here for the Govs from the 47-yard line. Kaiser will go back to pass again, looking for Boss, and he just overthrew him again. Kaiser has got he's got the extra juice right now. He's overthrown a couple receivers, but the good thing is if you're going to miss, you got to overthrow so it's not going to be intercepted.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe just a little bit more air under that one. That one was a pretty flat ball, 30 yards downfield, but he was wide open, and Watertown is not respecting the deep pass from Pierre's receivers right now.
So now 3rd and 16, 5:14 to go here in the first quarter. Kaiser steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to roll to his right. He'll still roll. He takes a hit. That throw is going to be incomplete, and it was just underthrown, and it'll bring 4th down and 16. The Governors will be able to punt the ball away. So it'll be 4th and 16, and again, Pierre will have to punt the ball away to the Watertown Arrows. Be the first punt of the ball game here for the Govs. For the Watertown Arrows, as it'll be out to around the 12-13 yard line. And the Watertown Arrows will take over around the 16-yard line.
Yeah, good punt coverage there, and good punt from Zabel. Good coverage enabled by the high punt from Zabel. Good hang time.
So bring up 1st and 10 here for the Watertown Arrows from the 13-yard line. As the Govs will look for another defensive stop. Watertown gets that defensive stop, but Mendo, that was a lot of the 2 penalties were a drive killer for the Govs on that last.
Yeah, exactly. Back-to-back penalties, and Kaiser, the first one, the motion penalty, cost Kaiser about a 20-yard run.
So here is now Hudson that will get the handoff left side, trying to cut it back inside the tackle. He'll get positive yards as he'll get out to around the 20. And it'll be a gain of 7. Looks like right around a gain of 7 there for Juven Hudson. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. So 2nd and 3 here from the 20-yard line. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Governors lead at 7-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Apologize. I believe Mendel's headset's starting to malfunction on us right now here. As it'll be a handoff for Juven Hudson again as he tried to go right side. He was tackled in it didn't look very clean. It was a clean tackle, but it looked like Hudson's leg kind of buckled a little bit, but he jumps right back up. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2 here as he gained 1 yard to the 21-yard line with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, really awkward landing for Hudson. Good thing is that he's okay, but certainly good flow and good fill by the defense.
So it's 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and 2 here for the Watertown Arrows from the 21-yard line. The receiver out to the far side. Emmerich from under center. They'll go play action as he rolls to his left, throws across his body. It's going to be complete, and it's going to be for a 1st down out to around the 35-yard line. It was Spencer Easlin that tried to get his hand in front of that ball, but it was going to be caught out to the Arrows for a 1st down out to the 33-yard line. Make that a 38-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Watertown. Big 3rd down conversion there for the Arrows. .328 left to go in the first quarter. Emmerich will keep it himself this time as that one will be out to the left side. He'll run out of bounds. And it will be a gain of 1 or so for Emmerich and 2nd down and 9 for Watertown.
2nd and 9 for the purple and gold.
Second and 9 here for Watertown with 3:23 to go. Clock is stopped right now with Emmerich going out of bounds. First quarter, 7-0 lead for the Pierre Governors. And a 5-play, 50-yard drive off an onside kick for the Govs to start the scoring. Watertown 0 for 2 on their drives. This is their 3rd drive of the ball game. As the handoff will go to Hudson, but we get a whistle before the snap. And that will draw the flag and going to be a penalty against Watertown, I believe.
False start. 7 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remain second down.
So it'll be second down and 9 here for the Watertown Arrows. See if we can't get this headset kind of figured out here for Mendel. Get him back and going again. The Govs will have second, so the Watertown Arrows will have second and 14 from the 34-yard line. Juven Hudson with the shotgun formation for Hemrick. He'll roll to his right. He's going to be looking to throw. He's going to throw it all the way downfield. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be right through the hands of Easlin as he was fighting along with Cohen Kranz. But there is a flag down all the way back at the 30-yard line. So it is going to be a roughing the passer on the Governors, which will bring up a new set of downs for the Watertown Arrows. And unfortunately for the Govs, they just about had themselves out of that, or made a long third down, but it is 1st and 10 here for the Watertown Arrows. We'll see if maybe that will help fix the problem here for Mendel a little bit.
There's probably 100 people out there on the air saying, that's okay, we didn't miss him a bit.
Oh, no, not at all. I missed you that little bit of time. We'll see if maybe just the little unplug and plug it back in works for you. 1st and 10, 3:12 left to go here in the first quarter. Hemrick design run. It was an option play. Ball comes out, and it's going to be picked up by the Governors. Hemrick was hit hard, and it's going to be Lucas Chamberlain to come up with a football. And the Govs will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Trey Lewis causing the fumble there.
And it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Govs from the 45-yard line as they get inside their own territory right now to start this drive. And the Govs will look for a opportunity to take a 2-touchdown lead here in the first quarter. Big play for Trey Lewis, big fumble recovery. Boy, that ball went far away from the quarterback in Hemrick. Kaiser looking for a home run ball, looking for a Stalley. It is just a yard overthrown. And it'll bring up second down and 10. Kaiser has missed long and has missed over his last 3 passes. One being long, one being short, and now that next one just overthrowing George Stalley.
Yeah, he had him open, and I think the Pierre coaching staff seeing that Watertown is not respecting that deep pass, and the Pierre receivers are able to run past the secondary. We just can't connect right now.
And the speed of Stalley is one that Watertown's going to watch. There's a pump fake. Now a throw for Cooper Twilliger, and again, just a little bit overthrown. Twilliger looking for his first catch, and now we've got a flag, and it's going to be a hold on the Govs. So it's going to be third down or make that 2nd and 20 or 3rd and 10. However, Coach Hodorf wants to, he's going to push them back, make it 2nd and 20. The Govs right now have
holding, 53 the offense, 10-yard penalty, previous foul, replay, second down.
Called on the center, Zayden Rounds. And it's 2nd down and 20 now back from the 35-yard line for the Governors. So far, too many penalties.
Yeah, just both sides, and that could be something with, what we had at the beginning and the delay and everything like that. Everything's out of sync. Pierre's first drive was really pretty easy, and sometimes you lose your focus after something like that as well.
2 receivers out to the far side, 2nd down and 20 from the 35-yard line. Kaiser will take the snap with an empty backfield. He's being flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right. He'll throw it before he was taken down, and he was able to get that one away to make it 3rd down and 20, and there's 2 receivers in the area with Mosier and Twilliger over there. Otherwise, Kaiser had been sacked about the 25-yard line. It would have been another loss at 10, but now it's 3rd down and 20 here for the Govs.
Yeah, not sharp all around on offense right now. The plays are there. We just got to figure out a way to finish them.
2:47 left to go here in the first quarter, with Pierre leading 7-0 on the American Family Insurance Pregame Shuffleboard scoreboard. 2 receivers make that 3 receivers out far side. Kaiser drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's going to try and pick it up here on the feet, and he's going to be pushing out of bounds at the 45, make to the 47-yard line. And I think the Govs are going to have to punt this ball away as he picked up those 10 yards back. He got a gain of 12, and it's 4th and 8. And Pierre will send out the punting unit and try and play field position here at the Watertown Arrows. So back deep to return the punts is going to be Owen Sparts. Zabel is on to punt the ball away. On 4th and 8 from the Governor 47. Zabel will take the snap and able to get it off, but it's not the best punt from Zabel, but it's going to take a nice Governor hop. And it's going to roll right past Sparts. He'll let it go. It's going to be inside the 20-yard line to the 18. So the Govs do flip the field position and in their favor as Watertown will take over at their own 18-yard line. There's not a whole lot of times where you don't want the punting unit to get a whole lot of work, but when they do and they do it so well, as it's all the way back at around the 17-yard line, or for the Watertown takeover, it's always nice to see that when they get limited action and they're able to make the most of it, it can make a difference in a ball game.
Yeah, field position is huge, especially on a night like tonight where things are not really flowing for either offense.
High formation here. Hudson will get the handoff, and he's got nowhere to go, and the Governors will send him backwards. Chance Sarda is over there, and Hudson will pick up maybe a yard. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. I think it's 2nd down and 9 here for the Watertown Arrows as we roll into 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Listen to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 7-0 lead for the Governors over the Watertown Arrows. High formation again here for Hemrick. 2 receivers, 1 on each side. As there will be play action. Hemrick steps up in the pocket. Now he's rolling to the left. The flag will come out for a hole. Lucas Chamberlain is going to throw him backwards. The ball came out for a moment. It'll be 3rd down. And I believe the Governors would probably decline this penalty. The fact that they can still make him lose about 3 yards, 4 yards back, and pick up the down as well. Well, the referees are walking the way over, and wait to see. They're talking on where the ball's going to be at, if it's going to be declined or accepted.
Holding. 71 of the offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 3rd down.
Carter Ingalls, the 6'6", 290-pound junior. And it'll bring back 3rd down and around 15 here for Watertown inside their own 15-yard line with 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. More of an obvious passing down here for Watertown as they'll go from the shotgun. Man comes in motion across that line. Hemrick will go back to pass. Bull rush here. Chance Sarda got to him first, and he picks up the sack. And the Governors will have to, or the Watertown will have to put the ball way back to the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, good rush there. Sarda usually coming from his inside linebacker spot. This time comes around the left side.
7-yard line will bring up 4th and long for the Arrows.
It'll be a loss of 5 back to the 7, and see how the Governors want to handle the rush here on the punt, because standing back in his own end zone is going to be Owen Sparts. That one is a high punt straight up in the air. The Governors make sure they don't touch it. It's going to take a nice Watertown roll, but it's still going to be good field position for the Governors as they will have it inside the 40-yard line to the 37 in Watertown territory. So just a 30-yard punt for the Watertown Arrows, and the Governors have the field position to try and take a 2-touchdown lead with 56 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about flipping the field and those punts and exchange of punts gaining ground. They gained about 20 yards in that exchange, so certainly a success for the Governor's special teams and defense.
So here is 1st and 10. Mosier in the backfield. Kaiser shotgun. It'll be an option play. Kaiser didn't pitch it to Mosier. He's going to pick up some positive yards, and he's going to find himself all the way to the 31, a gain of 6. Looked like that Kaiser he was wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and he was able to fight it off and pick up 6 yards on that first down run.
Yeah, good run there, good decision, and just picking his way through traffic.
So 2nd and 4 for the 31, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Governors have that 7-0 lead. Bunching everybody up by the line. That snap was quick. Kaiser bobbled it. He's rolling. He's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down with 20 seconds to go. 3rd and 4. Kaiser, I don't believe, was ready for that snap. And now it's went from a good first down run to now being 3rd and medium here for Pierre.
That's a good thing about having a nice gain on first down, even though you don't do anything on 2nd down. It's still manageable, and 4-down territory again for Pierre. So see if we can get at least part of it.
Sarda's in the ball game right now to help that offensive line get a little bit of a push potentially if they want to hand the ball off, as Kaiser will hand it for Mosier. He'll bounce out right side. He got to the 30 to around the 29-yard line, and I believe that run was to set up 4th and short if the worst case scenario was 4th and short, and that's where it's going to be. 4th and 2 now here for the Governors, and they will have a chance to talk this over as we head to the second quarter. 7-0 lead for the Governors here on homecoming night. 12 minutes into this ball game. We'll return in 30 seconds with the second quarter. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Since 1906, Dakota Prairie Bank has served Presho, Draper, and the Fort Pierre communities. Dakota Prairie Bank is a full-service bank with friendly, professional service. Stop in and visit with their professional staff and let them assist you in all your banking needs. Small enough to know you, large enough to offer the services you need. Dakota Prairie Bank with locations in Presho, Draper, and Fort Pierre. Member FDIC.
It is a 7-0 lead for the Pierre Governors at the end of the first quarter. The Watertown Arrows are trying to hold the Governors off here. It's 4th down and 2 from the Watertown 29-yard line as the Govs will go from left to right and Watertown from right to left as John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller here to start this second quarter. And Mendel here in this first quarter, Govs a little bit slow to get going offensively, but that defense, as they have been able to find their rhythm right away.
Yeah, exactly. Defense is standing up well and shutting Watertown down and actually gaining field position on the exchange of punts and things like that. And Pierre just needs to kind of settle down here, give Kaiser a little bit more time. The receivers are open if he has the time to find them, but he's getting flushed pretty early.
So 4th and 2 here to start the second quarter. Kaiser trying to get Watertown to jump. They did not this time. And now they'll reset themselves. Kaiser will take the snap. He's going to get hit, so he's going to be able to fight his way forward out to the 25-yard line. He's got enough for a first down. Spencer Wenches ran into him, and Kaiser was able to spin off enough. He lost his helmet, though, and he'll have to come out of the ball game for a play. So Caleb Lounsbury, well, maybe E.J. Bucci, he's going to come in the ball game. They're going to go with Zabel as the quarterback, and maybe Bucci as an extra tight end right now.
Yeah, good run by Kaiser there. The defender unblocked and probably hit him right at the sticks, but Kaiser was able to spin and gain 2 yards and make it so it wasn't up to the spot.
So now Zabel is the new quarterback for one play. 1st and 10 for the 25. Play clock is under 10. Zabel with the design run right up the middle, and he's trying to pick up some positive yards. The North Dakota State commit, not going to be a quarterback up at North Dakota State, but he's going to be a tight end and a valuable asset to the Bison. But here in a quarterback keeper, he'll get 2-3 yards.
Yeah, pretty basic right up the middle. Gain some yardage, get Kaiser back in there and see what they can do on second down.
2 receivers out left side, as well as the right side here for the Governors. Empty backfield, 2nd down and 7 from the 22. Called a gain of 3 for Jed Zabel. Kaiser, quick pass, near side. Zabel makes the catch. He's out to the 20 to around the 15-yard line. where he is pushed out of bounds. He was trying to fight his way forward a little bit farther, and he got to around the 14. Gain of 8 and a first down for the Govs. Pick up one more first down on their way to the end zone here.
Yeah, another simple, quick pass out to the boundary. Good blocking by Stolle on the outside, and then Zabel carries a couple guys for extra yardage.
10:46 to go here in the first half. Governors lead at 7-0. Kaiser empty backfield. He'll look to pass as he steps back in the pocket. He'll float it to the end zone. Zabel's open. He will make the catch in the corner of the end zone. Can't see it on the camera, but he makes the catch. He's in bounds, and the Governors lead at 13-0 on Zabel's second touchdown reception.
14-yard connection from Kaiser to Zabel for another Governor 6.
And the Govs now lead at 13-0 with the extra point pending here from Ryan Berry.
And, yeah, Zabel beat his man right off the line. Wide open in the corner. Nice throw by Zabel there. Or by Kaiser, sorry.
Kaiser will hold here for Berry on the extra point. The kick is up, and that will be good through the uprights. 14-0 lead for the Governors and the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
It is a 14-0 lead for the Pierre Governors, as it was a 7-play, 37-yard drive for the Govs, and it was Zabel's second touchdown grab as the Govs take a 14-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And Pierre is off to that 2-touchdown lead right now here for this homecoming game against the Watertown Arrows. 10:40 left to go here in the first half. Ryan Berry and Jed Zabel are both up for the kickoff. We'll see who will do the kicking. Governors had 2 punters lined up one time, and then they had now 2 kickers. This will be off the hands of the Arrows, and sliding on top of it is going to be number 2 and Peyton Busker, the 165-pound wide receiver. The senior was able to fall on top of it, and Watertown will take over. Decent field position at their own 38-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
And for Watertown, make that the 39-yard line where they're going to start it. But Mendel now for this drive here for Watertown. Obviously, they can still stay calm, but they didn't get the ball to start the game because the Governors recovered an onside kick. They don't get the ball to start the second half unless they try and do the same thing to the Governors. So they're kind of. They've got to find a way to score and get a stop at some points over these next couple of drives.
Yeah, exactly. And they're setting at about 50 yards after 3 drives, so they haven't moved the ball very well when they've had it.
Hudson will come in motion. A little toss for him. It's a completed pass for Hudson. He's trying to get outside the right side. He does. He was nearly wrapped up a couple times or tripped up, as it will be Hudson to get a couple of yards. It'll be a completed pass for Hamrick to Hudson, out to the 42, a gain of 3 for the Arrows. 14-0 lead for the Governors, and for Hamrick, he's got 41 yards passing, but overall for Hudson, just 24 yards on the ground. They wanted to get him going. He hasn't been bad by any means, but 3 yards per carry. They'd like for him to be a little bit more on the yards per carry. Here's a full house for the Arrows. Toss back for Hudson, far side of the field. He is wrapped up again, and it's going to be third down and 6 here. A gain of 1 for Juven Hudson.
Yeah, they're just trying to find ways to get the ball in his hands, with the little safe pass first, trying to get him wide, then the pitch play to try to get him wide. Not finding a lot of room right up the middle, trying to get to the wide side and attack the edges of the Pierre defense.
So third down and 6 from the 43-yard line. in Watertown territory. It's a big third down here for the Arrows. They've not been able to be successful offensively against this Governor defense. Pistol formation. Hemrick will step back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket, but Anderson wrapped him up, and the Governors will get the sack. Emmett Anderson along also, I believe, with Chance Sarda back there. And it's going to be fourth down. Sarda and Anderson both on that sack, and it's fourth down and long for Watertown. They will have to punt the ball back again to the Pierre Governors.
Good pressure there right up the middle. He tried to step up and really just stepped right up into Anderson's arms.
That defensive line has been stout here for this Governor team so far here this evening as the high snap. Sparse almost had his punt blocked, and it'll be a bouncing ball. Buss will wait for it. He'll pick it up at the 29-yard line. He'll make one man miss, try to cut it back to the middle of the field. He's wrapped up, trying to slip his way through a couple times, and from the 29-yard line, he got to the 39. That's a hard 10 yards on the punt return for Ty and Buss. And the Govs will take over at their own 39 with 8:57 to go. Call it at the 40-yard line here for the Govs.
Yeah, a little adventure there on the punt, picking up the wet balls that's laying on the turf, but the Pierre blockers gave him that time, and then he made a lot of yards on his own from there.
It is 1st and 10 for the 40. 8:57 left to go here in the first half. Kaiser. Shotgun formation, quick pass, near side. Mosier makes the catch. He splits through one defender, and he'll be out of bounds. First down at the 43-yard line. And I believe it was number 52 in Blake Wenches who just ran right past him. Maybe it was number 20 as well for Cole Hansen that just, I don't know if they were thinking he was going to step out of bounds or what, but he just ran right past him. Mosier went the other way.
Yeah, that was an odd play there for sure because it looked like he aimed to rights and then just didn't hit him.
So he was tackled inbound, so the clock has restarted with the first down. Two receivers out left side for the Governors. Kaiser back to pass. He'll throw downfield. Stalley is going to be open for a moment, but again, just barely overthrown. Hansen on the coverage, and it's second down and 10. And they've been close to connecting with Stalley multiple times here, but just unable to here so far in this first half.
Yeah, and Stalley and then Terwilliger once and things like that. Buss once, I think. So certainly the Pierre receivers are getting open. Kaiser's missing, erring on the side of caution and just overthrowing just a little bit out of their reach.
8:30 left to go here in the first half. Governors lead at 14-0. Second and 10 for the Watertown 43. Stalley made the catch here in the flat. A screen pass for him. He's out to the 30-yard line as he's going to be tackled at the 29. And the Governors will get a first down, a gain of 14 for George Stalley on that catch. And the Govs are nearing the red zone again here against this Watertown team.
Yeah, a little bit different version there. In the past, it's been Zabel catching that short or quick pass outside, Stalley blocking. This time they switch roles and Zabel pancaked the guy wide.
Another quick pass for Stalley to make the catch. He'll try and cut it back. Zabel is able to let off on the block, so he doesn't get a blindside block, and then Stalley is thrown out of bounds at around the 21-yard line. Make that the 20, right around the 21-yard line, a gain of about 8. And it's second down and 2 here for the Govs.
Same exact play back to back, and again, good results.
Second and 2, 8:06 to go here in the first half. Kaiser steps back again to pass with empty backfield. He'll pump fake. Now he'll throw near side and underthrows Stalley, and that will fall incomplete. And it's going to be third down and 2 here for the Govs from the 21.
Good job of going through his progressions. Tried to check it down there to Stalley, who was open, but just didn't quite get it all the way to him.
17 pass attempts so far for Kaiser. He's got 123 yards through the air. A couple touchdown passes to Jet Zabel. Kaiser design run. He's got a whole left side. He picks it up, goes through it. He's out to the 10 to the 5, and then he is down around inside the 5-yard line. That one looked a little scary on the tackle as well, but Kaiser jumps right back up. He looked like he was going to be head over tea kettle with one of the Watertown Arrows, but he's inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 17 for Kaiser.
You can tell what those wide passes have done. They've spread Watertown out a little bit and created that running lane up the middle.
7:35 to go here in the first half. Kaiser, he had that first initial look for a pass. He was able to fight off that sack, and they'll just throw it away and save it 2nd and goal from the 4. A nice job by Kaiser, who was looking for the near side again. It was not open, and he was able to just throw it away, save the down and distance.
Yeah, good play there. Smart play. Got out of trouble and got it out to live to fight another day.
7:29 to go here in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 4. And Austin Langdown, Chance Sarda, Jed Zabel is the quarterback. It is the semi-truck line here for the Governors. As Zabel will get the direct snap. He'll get to the end zone. He is in for a touchdown. Zabel's got the hat trick, 2 touchdown receptions, and now a touchdown run. Langdown, Sarda, that defensive line, the offensive line is already pretty big as it is. And you got Chance Sarda and Austin Langdown right behind him. It's near unstoppable from that close in the distance.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely right straight up the middle, power football.
It's a 20-0 lead here for the Govs, with Ryan Berry on for the extra point to make this a 21-0 lead. Snap is a little high. Kaiser's able to catch it, and Berry's able to put it right through the uprights. 21-0 lead for the Govs with 7:24 to go here in the first half. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
It is a 21-0 lead, and that drive, 8 plays, 60 yards for the Pierre Governors, and a 4-yard touchdown run for Jed Zabel, and the Govs have a 21-0 advantage on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. And Mendel, we just mentioned it too, but that's you add a couple of extra big, strong guys on that right behind the offensive line, and the Govs are you're not going to be able to stop them very long.
No, exactly, and and then you got Zabel, who weighs about 215, 220 as well, and you got to fight through that mass of humanity to try to tackle him. It's not very successful.
Berry on the kickoff. It'll come over to around the 30-yard line where it's picked up by the Arrows and out to the far side, as it was number 17, Marcus Pitkin, gets another kickoff return as he gets out to around the 37-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10 here for Watertown. Aaron Fable in the press box right now. The Pierre Governor soccer team had a bucket run at the end of the first quarter. We mentioned that earlier today, but Dawson Aberson of Sioux Falls Roosevelt had a injury to his head and eye that ended his soccer career, and the hospital bills and the medical bills that need to be in place, and the Gov soccer team doing the bucket run for him and his family to overcome some of that cost. And a good job, and a great job by the Pierce soccer team to do something like that. And it goes above competition when something like that happens. Hudson will get the handoff. E.J. Bucci got in the backfield, and he's able to wrap him up. A whole lot of nothing for Juven Hudson on that first down run.
Yeah, nice play there.
And Bucci was, I don't know if he was even touched going into the backfield. And it's 2nd down and 10 here for the Watertown Arrows.
Run up the middle there. They didn't block the end, and Bucci was too quick for him. Tracked the play down from the backside.
The Governor soccer teams will take on Jefferson tomorrow afternoon over at the PILC Fields. Both matches are big.
Big games.
The Governor girls 8-9 matchup right now in the standings. Governor boys are looking to pick up a nice seed point win as well. Here's play action. Hemrick will throw to the near side, and it's just going to fall incomplete. Spencer Wenches was the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 10 here for the Watertown Arrows.
Had him open, just left him a little bit too much on the out cut, and he couldn't track it down. On his fingertips, couldn't bring it in.
Another 3rd down here for Watertown. They've 3rd and long. Any 3rd down hasn't been favorable to the Watertown Arrows so far. Most 3rd downs aren't against this Pierre Governor defense. If you see 3rd down, 4th down is probably coming pretty soon. And The Watertown Arrows are trying to pick this one up with the pistol formation. Hudson in the backfield, trips near side. Emmerich steps back to pass, throws over the middle. The catch is going to be made. There's a first down for Watertown as taking a hit was Cohen Kranz making that catch. Titan Winkler, Spencer Easlin, Spencer Schosberg all over there to make the tackle. But it's going to be a big gain to the 49-yard line, a gain of 12. And it's 1st and 10 here for Watertown.
Yeah, nice play there by Watertown. Quick pass. He just cut behind the zone defense, found the opening, and picks up a first down that they needed badly.
Right around the 6-minute mark here in the first half. The Govs leading 21-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Shotgun formation. The man well in the backfield off to the side of the offensive line as Hudson will get the handoff. He bounces off the hit of Lucas Chamberlain, and it ends up Hudson with a gain of about 9 to the 43-yard line as he gets to the 40. He's at the 42. He got to get to the 41 for a first down. It's 2nd and 1 here for Watertown.
Yeah, hard run there. You can see when he gets outside of containment, he's tough to bring down.
5:30 left to go here in the first half.
Over $1,200 raised during our bucket run for Dawson's family.
As Ryan Munson just saying $1,200 raised here tonight. $1,700 with the help of the athletic booster who's going to match him for $500. Handoff for Wenches up the middle. He's out to the 39-yard line. Gain of 2, and that'll be 1st and 10. Make that a gain of 3. And it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Watertown Arrows. How awesome. $1,700 for the Aberson family. That is fantastic. Help from the Governor Faithful here, and a great idea from the Governor soccer team to put that on.
Yeah, never ceases to amaze me what Pierre does when they put their heads together and come to the cause of someone who needs it.
4:50 left to go here in the first half. 21-0 lead for the Governors over the Arrows. Kranz will back himself up a little bit. Now a handoff for Hudson goes inside the right tackle. He is able to slip free. He's got a first down. And Watertown offense starting to find a little bit of footing here. It's been a little slick on that field for the Watertown offense, but now they're out to the 24-yard line. They're making that a 26-yard line. Another first down here for the Watertown Arrows.
Yeah, again, starting to build momentum. 3 first downs here. The first time they've really sustained a drive. And again, Hudson can run the ball. If you give him a little bit of head start, he's tough to bring down.
So 1st and 10 for the 26. 4:10 left to go here in the first half. I formation. Emmerich under center. Play action. He'll roll to his left. He'll throw across his body, and there's that catch that is going to be made as he was looking to go to Colton Vlasman. And it's going to be for a 2nd down and about 2 here, gain of 8. They ran that play earlier on this drive, and they just missed Vlasman. This time it completes, and a gain of 8 here for Watertown.
Yeah, they're having some success right now. Made maybe a couple of adjustments, and now Pierre has to readjust to what they're doing.
So 2nd down and 2, 4 minutes to go, 4:03 to go here in the first half. A handoff for Hudson. He slips as he could not get his footing, and it will be maybe a gain of 1 for Hudson if he got back to he might have just got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a foot forward. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 1 and a short 2 here for Watertown with 3:40 to go in the first half.
Watertown's adjusted a little bit in this drive. They're, instead of running to the strength of the formation with those double tight ends, they're kind of cutting it back and going off the weak side.
Under center. Handoff for the fullback in Wenches. He's trying to power his way forward. His forward progress is stopped at the 15. That's where he needed to go. He's got a first down, and it's 1st and 10. Watertown's inside the red zone at the 15-yard line with 3:20 left to go in the first half.
1st and 10.
They're trying to find a way to put some points on the board here late in this first half. Down 21-0. Again, the Governors who lost the coin toss. Watertown elected to receive, but they never got the ball right away because the Governors had an onside kick to get the ball back, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half as well. So this is an all-important drive here for Watertown. The shotgun formation again, handoff for Hudson. He'll try and slip back around. He did a spin move and got blasted, but he got around to the 5-6 yard line. A gain of 9 for Hudson, and they're inside the 10 now with 2:40 left to go in the half.
Yeah, and instead of running right at Pierre, they're pulling linemen and running powers to the perimeter, and Hudson seems a lot more comfortable running off tackle and wider.
Right around the 7 yard line here, second and short, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Still 2 timeouts for the Watertown Arrows. Play clock is down to 10 as they break the huddle. Under center, offset eye here for Hemrick. Handoff will go to Hudson. Bounces out right side, cuts it back left side, inside the hash marks. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. And there is Juven Hudson getting on the board for the Watertown Arrows. They're trying to make a comeback now, down 21-0, make it 21-6 with 2:04 to go here in the first half.
Carry for Juven Hudson and a Watertown 6.
So the Arrows extra point away from trying to make this. Or are they going to go for 2 maybe? Hudson stays out there as well, and maybe they're going to pass on the extra point from either Riley Fisher or Tommy Foley, both soccer players. And they are going to go for 2. It'll be a play action, rolling to the right. Wenches is open, but the pass is too short. Not enough strength behind it, and it's going to be tipped away. And the Governors will, with the tie and bus knocking it away, will get the stop of the Watertown Arrows. 21-6 with 2:04 to go here in the first half. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Verdict Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdict Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdict Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdict Electric, 224-8684. It is 21-6 American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, as it was a 9-play, 63-yard drive and a 6-yard touchdown run for Juven Hudson. The Governors now lead at 21-6 with that 2-point conversion failed, and we have officially got it. Aaron Fable, our statistician for the night, he was able to pick it up and find out that Watertown is playing Huron tonight. You're the statistician too, Mendel. He's the research guy. He's the research guy. But it is Watertown playing a soccer game tonight. That's why Riley Fisher and Tommy Foley both are not there. Governors are getting a man on late, had to put somebody off the field as well. Try to make sure they get 11 guys out of the field. And they do have 11 now. The Governors catch a break. That Watertown, they weren't completely set for that kickoff. And now kickoff will go. Fair catch called for by Titan Winkler. He will get the fair catch, and it'll be around the 28-yard line with 2:03 to go. Governors have all 3 timeouts to try and get back up by 21 points or 22 points by the end of this first half.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go. Your classic 2-minute offense here, and right before half. I think the key is going to be if they can just protect Kaiser. The receivers are getting open. They just need to give him time to find them.
And that's if there's one team to model a 2-minute offense in high school, if there's anybody in the state, I think the Pierre Governors probably have a solid 2-minute offense to work with the way they pass the ball. Here's a throw to the near side. Staley made the catch on the run as he got out of the flats, and he will try and dive for the sideline. I don't know if he fully got out of bounds as he got to a first down to stop the clock at least momentarily. He got out to the 38, and they will run the clock whenever everybody's set and ready to roll.
First and 10, Governor Ball.
We'll call to the 39-yard line. Clock runs now, 1:50 left to go here in the first half. Kaiser drops back to pass. Steps up the pocket, throws it downfield, looking for Staley. He's got him at the 20. He is trying to fight off the tackler as he goes down to the 15-yard line inside Watertown territory. 2-minute offense. How about a 20-second offense to get themselves all the way down inside the red zone?
Yeah, exactly. Nice throw there. And that one's the one Kate put a little more air under it, let Staley run under it. And in a little bit better rhythm and a little bit more relaxed back there. Good job by the line, giving him the time to do it.
So now with 1:35 left to go, the Governors can can kind of take their time here. They've got all 3 timeouts, 90 seconds left to go in the half, and they are going to try and bleed the clock a little bit. Kaiser, he's going to be flush in the pocket, rolling to his right. Man slipped and fell. Kaiser still rolling. Now he's going to run out of bounds. He got pushed nearly late. You got Ty and Bus that's also down right now as he is slow to get up, but Kaiser is able to get to around the 10-yard line and gain a 5 for Cade Kaiser, and Bus will slowly walk his way off the field. And it's 2nd and 5 from the 10.
Yeah, the blitz right up the middle by Watertown chased him out. He had a couple receivers to this side, but did the safe thing and ran.
2 receivers out far side for the Governors. Kaiser up the middle, big hole right there for Kaiser. He walks it in untouched, and the Governors with another touchdown, now leading 27-6 with 1:15 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, 2-minute drive, huh? They didn't use half of it.
I was going to say, there's still 1:15 left to go. It's a solid 48-second drive or whatever it is. Yeah, 48-second drive there for the Governors. And they are an extra point away from a 22-point lead.
There you go, John. Flashing that math again.
Tried my best. Here is going to be the extra point for Ryan Berry. The kick will be up, and it will be good. 28-6. Governors lead it here with 1:15 to go in the first half. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Services has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local community. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care, Home Care Services, 224-2273, or online at homecareservicessd.com.
It is a 28-6 lead for the Pierre Governors, and a quick 4-play, 73-yard drive for the Governors, a 10-yard touchdown run for Cade Kaiser, and the Govs have a 22-point advantage with 1:15 to go in the first half, as the Govs will receive the second half kickoff, or at least Watertown will have to kick the ball away, whether that be an onside kick or not. Don't know if they would test that, or the Governors will be absolutely ready for that starting the second half, as Bria Sargent will kick this one away. It'll be a short kick coming up to field it. Will be number 20 in Cole Hansen. He gets out of the far side. He went for the near side all the way to the far side, out of bounds at around the 48, 49-yard line. And Hansen was able to make about 20 yards on that return. They give the Arrows some good field position at the 48, where they will officially mark it. They're going to go 52 yards in 1 minute, 6 seconds, and 2 timeouts. This half is not quite over yet.
Mark it at the 48, 1st and 10, Watertown ball.
Going to be a big drive here for Watertown. And cut it to a 15-point game. Now back down by 22. Juven Hudson with the run on first down. And he will get out to around the 46-yard line, 45 of Pierre territory. Clock will continue to run, under 55 seconds to go now. And the Governors are probably ready for a pass, thinking that the minute and 15 seconds, minute 5 seconds, didn't have a whole lot of time. But Watertown is certainly taking their time right now.
Yeah,
40 seconds to go.
That's the difference between Pierre and Watertown. You know, Watertown's offense is really not built for that quick strike, quick score. They'd rather work the ball down the field on the run, and Pierre obviously very comfortable in those situations.
28 seconds to go here in the half. Hemrick will go back to pass. He'll throw to the near side. The catch is going to be made. Wide open to make the catch is number 17 in Marcus Pitkin. And he was out of bounds, ran himself out of bounds to stop the clock at the 28-yard line with 22 seconds to go.
Down to the Governor 28-yard line, 1st and 10, 22 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, Watertown was slow to get moving. Well, it turned out to be an okay call right there to put themselves inside the 30.
You have to figure they got to score a touchdown, though, with not having their kickers here. They're not looking for.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now as rolling to the right, Hemrick. Anderson chasing him. Hemrick will slide down. They're going to have to take it. They have to take a timeout. They do. 14 seconds to go. There's going to be second down at about 8. And Watertown will take their second timeout. We'll keep it here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. As we'll talk with Nathan Nas coming up here at halftime, former Governor coach and now the offensive coordinator for the Winter Warriors. If you've listened at any point during halftime or during the postgame show, I've been saying the winner fighting Nathan Nazis has almost had a football come flying in here, I think. I almost thought I saw the football come flying again. The cheerleaders are throwing footballs around right now. Thought maybe they would fire one up here. But it is going to be second and 8 from the 28-yard line, 26-yard line, with 14 seconds left to go here in the first half. As the Watertown Arrows will come out. They have one timeout left, so you can stay in bounds here, take that last timeout, but almost everything from now has to go towards the end zone. One more play, and then everything has to go to the end zone, Mendel.
Yeah, and I think I tried to say that. I don't know. The
I
headset might have cut it out. But
you probably were saying it.
They're going to have to get – they're not going to kick a field goal.
Hemrick back to pass, throws, nobody there, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might have been looking for Jeremiah Schulte, but Schulte was behind him, in front of the throw, and it's now third down and 8 with 10 seconds to go. And again, at this point, Mendel said it, you're not going to kick a field goal. So it's 4-down territory with only 10 seconds to go. You're not worried about the Governors picking it, taking over at any point. So whatever play you have, doesn't matter if you pick up a first down or not. Just pick up some positive yards and give yourself a chance to throw the ball in the end zone to try and score in the last second.
Yeah, they probably have time for 2 plays. So one here, get that timeout and throw it in the end zone. Canton. I was looking at the Canton West Central score. Go's going to take timeout here and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, Coach Steele takes his first time out of the half. Watertown still with a timeout, and the Governors with 2. Here with 10 seconds left to go in this first half. Looking forward to our conversation here at halftime with Nathan Nas. Haven't had a chance to talk to him since he's betrayed us and moved down to Winter and working for the Winter Warriors. No, we're excited to have a conversation with them. They're on their bye week, the Winter Warriors are, so he got a perfect chance to come up for homecoming game and to see all of his former coaches and players. And homecoming is special here in Pierre. I think it's, every place can say it, but Pierre's probably got one of the more special ones across the state. 3rd and 8 from the 26. 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation, trips near side. Hemrick will throw, and again, falling to the ground, it was going to be Cohen Crayons, and it falls incomplete with 6 seconds to go. And now 4th down. Only 6 seconds. You're looking at, you got to pick up a first down if you do. If you're not going to throw the end zone, you got to pick up a first down, so you have to throw it past the sticks. And with 6 seconds to go, you either got to make the catch, get down and call a timeout, or go for the end zone right now, 26 yards out.
Yeah, if you don't throw in the end zone, you got to tell your players to get down and call timeout right away. They can't take any second move or look for any extra yardage.
It's going to be a shotgun here for Hemrick. He is wrapped up. He's able to find himself off. Final play of the half. He'll just throw it away, and it will be incomplete, and the Governors will take a 28-6 lead at halftime. Well, the Governors' defense, again, strong and in another half of action, allowing just only 6 points, and Pierre has a 22-point lead at halftime. We'll step aside, come back in 3 minutes. We'll talk with Nathan Nas here in the halftime show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
This fall, take some time to think about your future while the leaves make their way down to earth and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill. It's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break out the face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. Fall sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, Pierre Governors with a 28-6 lead here at halftime. John Wickler now sitting alongside Nathan Nas here for halftime. And Nathan, it's good to have you back. Good to have you wearing the green again. Does it feel a little weird to be back at the football field in the capacity of a fan instead of as a coach?
It does. It feels very weird to be here, just as a spectator. And you see different things happening, and, the coach, and he's like, you want to kind of correct it and say something, but then, got to just be like, nope, my role's here to just watch and enjoy. And so far, we're playing pretty well in the first half.
Well, and, now the offensive coordinator of the Winter Warriors, the family history of the Nazes and Winter has got to be really special to you, but how fun has it been to have your first year as a coach for the Winter Warriors?
It's been special. It is. Grandpa started coaching back in Winter in late 60s, early 70s as a head coach. Was a head coach until I think 89 or 90 was his last year. Then my dad took over as the head coach in 93, and he was a head coach until 2001. And so, being able to be back and have family back there and being able to watch it's been a surreal experience.
Are they the winner in fighting Nathan Nazes?
I can't quite take that credit. No.
Well, but okay. Now the other end too. You win an 8-0 triple overtime game. The stress level that you had. How fun of a football game is it to play triple overtime, especially when you win? But only having 8-0 score, shut out all the way to the third overtime. What was the stress level for you like?
It was pretty high. It was both defenses that game played really, really well. But there was some bad offense in that game too. Like, I can't just say it was a total defensive battle. Both sides offensively at times it looked like their first game. We had a lot of young guys that was their first meaningful varsity experience. And we're a team that at that game, we only had 6 seniors there. We had another senior that was off at basic training, and one of those seniors goes down tearing his ACL early in the second half, and so then you're down to 5 seniors going up against 20 seniors that Tri-Valley had. And it was a phenomenal football game, and it was one that, you walk away thinking, all right, our young guys got some experience. We got the win. Definitely things to build on because it was week 1. But, yeah, stress level is a little higher than what you want to start with.
Well, and, how – I know you're a busy guy watching film. You break down your film of winter. You break down your next opponent's film. You're always watching football film. How much do you get a chance to actually cut away, maybe check out KCCR Sports on YouTube to watch a little bit, recap a little bit of what the Pierre Governor game does? Are you able to find time? Because you got a little girl at home, too, that takes up a lot of time, too. How do you find time to maybe watch a little bit Pierre Governor football?
Yeah, up until – I think last week even Coach Steele still had me on the Huddle account. So I was able like if I didn't have time to sit down and watch it and listen to KCCR, so I could just kind of get through it a little bit quicker if I didn't have a lot of time, I could just sit there and go clip by clip, and it was really condensed the game down. So I was still on the Huddle watching stuff and seeing stuff. And
well, what the
but
heck?
I have tuned in and on the way back for some road games, and then on some Saturday mornings, finding time maybe when Jensen's taking a nap to pull up KCCR on the phone and watch and listen to it. And shout out Bennett Dean. He told me I needed to listen to your halftime report. So it was after our Beersford game. He had sent me a text about it, so I got on there and listened to your halftime scores.
Well, but why the heck would he take you off now? He should have just kept leaving you on there. Maybe all of a sudden you start commenting a little bit. And wait a second, why is Nathan Nas commenting here?
Well, I think you only get with whatever you buy, you only get a certain number of people that can be on the account.
Oh, okay.
Either that or they know that the freshman team are coming down to play the Winter Warriors on Monday in a game, so he didn't want me to have a leg up on them.
Oh, so Winter's got a little bit. So you kind of, if you've been trying to a little bit, you probably have a little bit of leg up on them now. You've paid attention, if you've been able to watch a little bit of freshman film.
It was today after we had practice this morning. It was all right. Hey, Coach Nas, you want to line up some of what Pierre's offense is going to look like because we only see it when we play them.
Yeah.
So we're going to at least line up correctly on Monday.
Well, and you get a chance. I mean, the fact that you have your bye week on homecoming night for the Pierre Governors, I don't know. The Nazes do have a lot of pull in winter. I don't know if you had that big pull with the state to make that happen, but that's going to be pretty nice for the one game to come back. It's here on homecoming night.
Yeah, back when Mr. Lowry was still up there at the state office, I think Grandpa Harvey could have made a phone call and had some sway with some things there maybe. But, no, yeah, it is. It's special to be able to come back and be able to – for it to be homecoming, see the kids that I've coached. Was a lot of fun. I got here to the field thinking, it might get delayed, but I still got here about 4:30 so I could, see the kids and get to talk to them and see the guys I coached with and – even Coach Slice, that's new this year. He was one of my coaches when I played in college, so getting to see him because we go way back. Yeah, it was just nice to be able to get here and, see people around the stadium, and it feels good to be back.
Oh, and now I guess the next good chance you probably have is if two teams are playing the Dakota Dome on the same day come mid-November.
If everything works out, the Winter Warriors will play that first game on Friday. Yeah, knock on wood. We'll play that first game on Friday. Then the 11A game will be the second one, and then hopefully I'll be back in the Dome watching the Governors play Friday night if everything goes according to plan.
Wouldn't be bad to celebrate twice in one day, would it?
No, that'd be pretty fun.
Nathan Nas here with the now Winter Warriors, a former coach here at the Pierre Governors, former Post 8 assistant coach, former basketball. Former coach of pretty much every sport imaginable at Pierre. Probably could have done it all even if you didn't coach that sport. But what do you miss most about Pierre? I know Winter is treating you well, and you love the place down there. But what do you miss most about Pierre?
Yeah, that's living in Spearfish before moving here to Pierre. It's the town. The town's the town. It is what it is. It's the people that you miss. It's the people that make a place a home. And Pierre treated us really well for the 5 years that we were here. So it was tough leaving. And it's kind of emotional now talking about it because it is a place that we started a family, had our daughter here. Just the town was great the whole time we were here. Leaving, the town was great. Being back, the town's great. So yeah. A town's a town. It's the people you miss. It's the people that make it special, and yeah, Pierre's a special place.
Well, we do miss you here. We're glad that you're happy down in winter. We do miss you up here in Pierre. At least I do. There's probably other people that do too, but I do. But it is good to talk to you. It's always fun. Any chance that we get a chance. And hey, Pierre Governors, Winter Warriors, boys basketball coming up in January.
I texted you about it. Was it January 9th?
I think January 9th. The game will be on KCCR, and Nathan Nas will jump on the broadcast. A little bit of the enemy jumping on the broadcast this time instead of just having Nathan Nye, because you joined me the last time Pierre was down in winter for the game, and you were the friendly color commentator. You just knew everything about winter. It can help me out. Now you're going to be the enemy on the color commentator. But it should be fun to have you back on a call, and it's always good to get you on the radio whenever we can. And hey, appreciated you coming up here talking with us.
Appreciate you guys having me. January 9th, Governors at Warriors.
And that's the game. Well, that's the game to tune in. Every game's the game to tune in, but one to hear Nathan Nas tune in for that one with the Govs and Warriors on January 9th coming up here in a couple months for boys basketball. But Coach, we'll let you go. We'll let you get back to shaking hands and kissing babies around the stadium, and we'll talk to you again at some point here soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That is Nathan Nas, now with the Winter Warriors, former Pierre Governor coach, and we will return in 3 minutes with kickoff of the second half. Governors lead at 28-6 over the Watertown Arrows. Back in 3 minutes, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission driven to provide affordable, high quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
WindCircle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity professionals will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. WindCircle has many hardware options. Dell, Barracuda, Lenovo, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today at 605-224-1111 and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. As we welcome you back here at Hollister Field, we are set for the second half. Kickoff upcoming. John Wicker alongside Mendel Miller, 28-6 on American Family Insurance. Brittany Shuffle by the scoreboard. And Mendel, a couple of stats here for the Pierre Governor offensively going into the second half.
Yeah, 13 carries for 61 yards as a team, and then Kaiser 11 out of 20 for 181 yards, 105 of those to Stalley, and 59 and 2 touchdowns to Zabel. So pretty good offensive, maybe not quite as balanced as they have been in past games. Watertown shutting the run down pretty well, but the passing game is definitely working.
And boy, and going into this game, I know the Pierre Governors, they like to do whatever they want to do with the football, but you thought if there was going to be one side being unbalanced, it was going to be the run game a lot farther than the pass game, but it has been the pass game for the Governors that have been the onslaught for Pierre.
Yeah, for sure. And, 181 and hit a couple of those passes where the receivers are open, and it's probably closer to 300, and we're really looking at a 3 or 4 or 5 touchdown difference.
Well, the Governors, they hopefully are ready and probably are ready for an onside kick for the Watertown Arrows to try and maybe try and return the favor if they do. But we are set to go, ready for this second half. The kickoff will be to the far side of the field. Governors will run up on it. Spencer Easley, he's out to the 25 to the 30. He's out to the 40, and he'll be down around the 42-yard line. And Spencer Easley with a nice return for the Govs, and Pierre will have good field position to start the second half.
Yeah, he's playing up back there, but he looked pretty comfortable running the ball and got it fielded cleanly and didn't hesitate, got right upfield.
He's saying, hey, if we need an extra running back, you can put me in the backfield, another receiver. I'd go play wide receiver for you, Coach Steele. So here's the third quarter, first possession. Governors lead at 28-6. Kaiser steps back to pass. He's looking. That ball slips out of his hands. It's going to be intercepted. I don't know if it was maybe hit from behind or if the ball was slick enough or it just slipped out of his hands. And it's going to be Cole Hansen to intercept it at the 50-yard line, and Watertown will take over.
Yeah, I think he going to have for the year, and again he had Zabel going down the middle of the field wide open, and that's who he was looking for.
So the first play for a scrimmage turns it over. A rare, it's not even really a mistake, it's just an unfortunate accident for the Governors, an unfortunate event for the Govs, and it will be Watertown to take over right at the 50-yard line. So 11:47, 13 seconds in, the Governors turn the ball over for the first time tonight. Hamrick looking for a handoff. He'll wait a long time for Hudson to take it. It wasn't much of a draw, but felt like a draw play, and Hudson will pick up about 6 or 7 yards to around the 44-yard line where they will spot it, and it'll be second down and 4, a gain of 6 for Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson had 70 yards in that first half, so and Watertown as a team had only 58, so obviously he's the ball carrier. You got to stop.
He did pick up a score on the ground, and this is a spot here for Watertown to try and get back within 2 scores, down by 22 right now with their failed 2-point conversion. As Watertown, shotgun formation. Hudson in the backfield again. A little bit of a counter play for Hudson, and he is hit, dropped back, and he tried to stay on his feet. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and it will be, I believe, maybe Ty and Bussa got the first initial attack on him. And Anderson will get credit for the tackle, and it's second down, making that third down. And long 3, short 4 here for Watertown.
Yeah, really nice hit there. That time the defensive line did a little better job of standing up those pulling linemen for Watertown and making Hudson bounce it, and then Buss was right there when he did.
From the 44, 43-yard line, under center is Hemrick. Play clock is still above 10 right now. I formation, offset I, play action. Hemrick will roll. He's going to throw, has his man. The catch is going to be made by Vlasman. He stays on his feet. Errol to get past Carson Stosher, and he's going to walk his way in the end zone for a touchdown. A 44-yard pass. Make that Wenches is the one that made the catch, and Wenches stayed on his feet, stayed in bounds. The Governors didn't make the tackle, and Watertown is right back in this ball game, down by 16 right now, 28-12.
Yeah, good run there, and that's that play action up the middle, holds the linebackers. The tight end kind of just runs an out pattern. They hit that play a couple times in the first half, and Pierre was able to make the tackle and hold him to 8 or 10 yards. This time, one broken tackle, and down the sideline, he's loose.
So Wenches is the one that made the catch. Ran it 44 yards, and now they're going to go for 2 here. Try and make this a 14-point game. Hudson gets the handoff. He dives in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and it's 28-14. Watertown right back in this game. 10:09 to go in the third quarter. Pierre leads it by 14, doubling up the Arrows 28-14. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
You can feel it in the air. I'm talking about Slumberland Furniture's Fall Home Sale. This sale features savings of up to 50% off our list prices. And if it's selection, look no further. Sofas, sectionals, beds, dining, and coffee tables, TV stands, and so much more. Find it on sale at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, there's special financing for this sale. Don't miss out on the fall sale, now happening at Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture on the truck bypass in Pierre. And be sure to check out slumberland.com.
So it is, as the rain is starting to pick back up here at Hollister Field. Hopefully keep it coming in the window here, but it is a 3-play, 50-yard drive for the Pierre Governor for the Watertown Arrows. Four-yard reception. Not raining too hard, I believe. It's a whip kick here. Ball is bouncing, and it's going to get right out of bounds. Still picked up, though, by the Governors, and it will be 1st and 10 around the 46-yard line, 41-yard line. Bucci was the one to make to pick up the ball.
You were just one possession or one kickoff late with the onside kick. That was kind of a little squib kick to the left side. You're trying to catch Pierre off guard, capitalize on the momentum they gained by getting that score.
So now here is going to be the issue with that rain. Really, it's not coming down in buckets quite yet, but that's going to make it a lot harder to pass the ball. There's a high snap. Kaiser will take it down. He is able to keep it on the quarterback keeper. The option play with Brock Mosier as well. And it will be a gain of a couple here for Cade Kaiser as he got out to around the 48-yard line.
Yeah, good decision again. The end's taking the pitch man. Cade cuts it up, gets what he can. 7 yards, good gain on first down. You know, football's a quirky game. You have Zabel running behind the secondary. Could have been a long touchdown pass on the first play, and then instead it flutters. And
as there's a toss here in the backfield, Brock Mosier gets the handoff. Flag comes flying in around that line of scrimmage as Mosier got to the first down marker, but it does look like it'll probably be coming back with a hold. The rain, it's still raining here, but a lot of people have already put the umbrellas away, and it's a lot less of rain falling now here at Hollister Field. Just a quick little shower.
Hold it. 67 the offense. 10-yard penalty. Previous spot. Replay. Second down.
Lucas Coleman is tagged with the hold, and it'll be second down and around 13 now here for the Governors. 9:27 left to go here in the third quarter. And this is, right now, this drive, especially here for Pierre, important. You know, that's a big penalty to pick up to try to potentially kill a drive, with the Watertown Arrows feeling a lot more confident already here in the second half.
Yeah, we saw that in the first half. A couple drives killed by penalties, and you don't want that to happen again.
Kaiser will pass here on second down and 13. He'll throw over the middle, looking downfield, looking for Stalley. He's going to make the catch at the 25, 20, 15, 10 to the corner of the end zone. He's in for a touchdown. The Governors, George Stalley with the long reception of 62 yards, and Pierre takes a 34-14 lead.
62 yards on the connection from Kaiser to Stalley for another Governor touchdown.
They've been looking for it all night to make that long reception and a touchdown for the Governors, and this time they don't miss with the rain falling from the heavens. Kaiser with that long pass makes it 34-14. Ryan Berry on for the extra point here for the Govs to try and make this a 21-point game again. Kick will be up, and that one will be through the uprights again. 35-14. Pierre leads it by 21 with 9:16 to go here in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Well, the penalty didn't kill that drive for the Pierre Governors. They had just a two-play drive, 69 yards, as it was a long pass from Kate Kaiser to George Stalley, as they are able to connect for a 68-yard touchdown, and it's going to be the Governors back up by 21, 35-14 with American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard.
Yeah, really nice pass there, and again, Cade making the adjustment first half, maybe a little flat on those deep passes. This time threw it up there, let Stolly run under it, and then he makes a nice run after the catch, avoided a couple people trying to track him down, found the corner of the end zone.
So Bria Sargent will tee it back up here for the Governors. They've run the two-kicker system. Not very common across any kind of football, but it works for the Governors. Something was going to be a little bit crazy. It's probably going to work for the Governors, as Sargent will kick this one here for Pierre. A little onside kick that is going to be picked up by Watertown. Good job of falling on top of it that time. Was one of the arrows, and make that number 86 in Cooper Ketwig.
Yeah, I really like that look there. There was a gap in the kick return team, and Sargent's trying to aim the ball for that gap. Pierre kind of flooded the right side on the kick coverage team, and could have easily came up with that ball.
So it's 1st and 10 here for the Watertown Arrows at the 45-yard line. And the Pat McAfee, who had an onside kick, he recovered himself. If they ever break open that center, it'd be perfect for Bria Sargent to have her own onside kick to recover. There's a flag that will be thrown. And I believe maybe an false start penalty.
Good ball. False start. Number 7 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That's at number 70, I believe, Isaac Messeberg. 5'10", 210-pound sophomore. Got called for the false start penalty. Not sure if he was on that offensive line or not, but it is with 9:11 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line now as Watertown, after scoring that last drive, they got to try and answer again. Pull back within 2 scores. And a handoff, Juven Hudson. He'll cut it back near side. He's wrapped up, thrown down. Trey Lewis right at the sideline. He was able to throw Hudson down for just a gain of about 3. And it's 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, nice play by Trey there. Coming in, taking on the blocker, and then able to shed that blocker and pursue Hudson to the sideline and throw him out of bounds on the short side. While Pierre had the ball on offense, I see the defensive backfield having a meeting down there with the coaches. I think they were talking about that pass play and probably more specifically the tackling afterwards.
2nd and 12 for the 43-yard line under center. Hemrick will have play action, looking over the middle of the field. He throws it too far over the top of number 7 in Mitch Olson. Carson Stosher was in coverage, and it's going to be 3rd down now and 12 from their own 43.
Yeah, good coverage there by Stosher.
Another big third down here for the Watertown Arrows. Able to pick up a 3rd down conversion last drive that set up the touchdown. And now here the Governors looking to get a 3 and out here from Watertown. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 12. Rain continues to fall here at Hollister Field. Shotgun formation here for Hemrick. Looking like he was going to bring one man in motion. Goes out to the far side as Hemrick will step up in the pocket, rolling to his left, throws it to the sideline. The catch will be made. It'll be not enough for a 1st down. Mitch Olson was about 2 yards shy. Gain of 10 is 4th down and 2. From the 47-yard line, they got to get to the 48. They got to get to the 45. And the punting unit is looking like they're going to come out here for Watertown. You got to be careful for a fake in this portion of the field.
Yeah, I would have expected them to go for this. They went for it earlier in the evening, and obviously third quarter down 3 touchdowns. It's even more desperate now.
Spencer Wenches is the punter here for Watertown. So again, you got to make sure that he does not fake it. He's rolling to his right. It's going to be a fake. He is undercut, and he goes down. Lucas Chamberlain with the tackle, and the Govs will take over at the Watertown 45.
He is chopped down by number 52, Lucas
Chamberlain read that all the way. He didn't go for the complete tackle, just chop at the legs and able to chop him down for a loss. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the 45-yard line as the Rains will pick up again here at Hollister Field.
Someone has opened the faucet. If you could please get that turned off for us, we would appreciate
So 1st and 10 for the 45 in Watertown territory. Boy, it is really coming down right now here at Hollister Field. You can even see it on YouTube. Here's a throw for Brock Mosher to make the catch. He's able to secure the ball. He'll get out to near the 38-yard line. Number 2 and Nathan Briggs to make that. Peyton Nebusker was trying to take that ball away from him. But it's going to be 2nd down here. Maybe that shower won't be so long here for this ball game. Boy, Mendel is really opened up here.
Yeah, no doubt.
It is good to be in the press box.
The umbrellas come out, go back, come out, go back.
2nd down and 4 from the 39. Kaiser throws it over the middle looking for Terwilliger. Jump ball, and it falls incomplete off the hands of Terwilliger and Spencer Wenches. And it's 3rd down and 4 from the 39-yard line.
It's really good experience here for Kaiser and the entire Pierre offense to try to throw the ball in the rain, wet ball, and things like that. You never know when you're going to have to here later on, so take advantage of it.
I mean, this is unreal how much how hard it's raining right now. Watching on the screen here on the iPad. It's 3rd down and 4 for the 39. Ball is dropped by Kaiser, picks it up. The pass is going to be caught by Zabel, makes the first man miss. Stiff arms him in. He's got a 1st down to the 30, to the 25 where he steps out of bounds. And the Governors will have 1st and 10 on a good 3rd down conversion there for the Pierre Governors. And Jet Zabel, again, making guys miss, and the stiff arm is still good for Zabel.
Yeah, he's so physical and usually has quite a bit of size advantage on those defensive backs that are coming up there.
We've got the referee to stop play right now. Okay, I think they're just making sure everybody was all taken care of there. I was a little worried that we're going to have more of a delay. With 7:21 left to go, clock is stopped right now with 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. A quick throw here near side. Zabel makes the catch. Another screen pass as he'll stiff arm another man. He's out to the 20. Barrels over another guy. Taking 5 guys with him to bring him down as he still was able to get free out to around the 10-yard line. A gain of 15. And another big run there for Zabel on the catch. Boy, what a play there from Jed Zabel. It took 6 different Watertown arrows to bring him down.
Yeah, and that's a play they've ran several times tonight, just that quick pass of the sideline. And again, Stolley blocking in front of him, and then Zabel really a handful for Watertown to try to deal with.
So it's at the 11, so the Governors can still pick up another 1st down. 6:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kaiser design run. He's hesitating behind that line of scrimmage. It will be a flag coming in. Another flag will come in, but I believe probably on the same hold that maybe Lucas Coleman is going to get called against. So that will back up the Governors. So it'll be 1st and 20 now for the Pierre Governors as they go back to the 21-yard line. Well, the good news is anytime you throw that yellow flag, it's already, the laundry is actually laundry. It's already getting wet. Don't have to even wash it tonight. It'll be 1st and 20 for the 21-yard line. Terry Seavers out far side. 6:30 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
There he is again.
Kaiser on the pump fake. Zabel makes the catch. He's in the end zone for another touchdown. And the Govs will go up 27.
Governor touchdown.
41-14.
21-yard connection.
With 6:27 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ryan Berry on for the extra point, and as Mendel said, he was open. Kaiser took another hit to make a play, and is able to make the catch for his third touchdown reception of the night. Berry for the extra point. Make this a 28-point lead. Kick is up, and it will be good. 42-14, Governors on top of the Watertown Arrows with 6:27 to go in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
It is a 42-14 lead as the Pierre Governors have the advantage over the Watertown Arrows. That was a 5-play, 55-yard drive for the Governors. And Jed Zabel's got 3 touchdown catches. He's got 108 yards receiving on 8 grabs here tonight. And the Govs are now just a touchdown away from maybe getting the running clock going here. And there's a lot of fans that have taken a big soaking in this game that would probably be okay with a running clock of some sort in this third and fourth quarter. But the Govs have that 28-point lead. Zabel will be the one to kick it off this time. It's going to be a worm burner between the legs of a couple of Watertown players. Then Hudson has to pick it up at his own 20-yard line. And it will be out of the 25. It starts to rain. Those worms start to come out of the ground. And Zabel did his job to help control the worm population here at Hollister Field.
Yeah, that was like a ground ball on T-ball. It went through about 3 legs before it found a home.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Watertown with 6:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Rain's still falling, not nearly as bad as it was a couple of minutes ago. But here for Watertown, I mean, you're down by 28. Running the football has gone okay for you, but it hasn't gone you got to pick up more than a couple yards at a time. Governors or the Arrows weren't set. That's going to be a penalty on Watertown. So it'll be 1st and 15 now for the 20-yard line. Watertown trying to go fast, but can't go that fast. Especially with the clock stop, we don't have to go that fast.
Right, exactly. I think they were trying to catch Pierre, maybe not adjusting to their formation, and yeah, just got ahead of themselves. Nobody was set on the outside. The receivers were all moving.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for the 20-yard line. 6:19 to go here in the third quarter. Governors lead it by 28, 42-14. From the shotgun, a handoff for Hudson, trying to go outside, then he cuts it back inside the tackle, and then he is thrown back down by Austin Langdown. As he gets a gain of 5, gets the penalty yardage back, and it's 2nd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Halfway through this third quarter, Governors with a 42-14 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Pierre will host Brandon Valley next Friday night. Coverage will start at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. And they'll host Huron as well 2 Fridays from now before having the showdown with T-Area, who lost to Yankton earlier tonight. As there is a play action, and there is going to be Lucas Chamberlain. Another job for Lucas Chamberlain, a sack as he was able to trip up Hamrick in the backfield, back to around the 20-yard line again. It's going to be 3rd down and long here for Watertown, and Chamberlain's having himself a big ball game tonight.
Yeah, he is. That was good pressure. Looked like the quarterback might break contain, and Chamberlain was able to wrap him up and bring him down.
3rd and 15 from around the 20-yard line with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A stop here for the Governors. One more offensive touchdown, and we've got ourselves some run time here. And another ball game. Emmerich back to pass. He'll throw right side, set up the screen pass, and it'll get out to the 26, 27-yard line. They picked up half those yards back, but it's going to bring up 4th down, and Watertown will have to punt the ball away. So 4th down and right around 8 from the 22-yard line. And Watertown will have to punt it away here back to the Governors. Trey Lewis and Tyan Buss are both back deep here for Pierre. Wenches has a high punt, and it's going to take a couple of hops for Watertown to go all the way back to the Governor 45-yard line. And so with 4:27 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, the Governors have the ball at their own 45. With a touchdown, Mendel, and an extra point, all of a sudden that clock moves a lot faster in the last in that 4th quarter pretty much.
Right, exactly. And as you said earlier, I think there's some cold, wet fans here that would appreciate that.
So it is 1st and 10 from the 45. 2 receivers on the near side. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Kaiser steps up in the pocket. Now he'll take off with it as he was tripped up. Maybe he slipped up as well. And he'll get a couple of yards, so around the 47. They'll call it the 48, a gain of 3. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7. Four minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Governors lead at 42-14. 2 receivers here on the near side. Stiley, the lone receiver on the far side. Mosier with the catch out here in the flat. He'll get a block from Tyan Buss, and then Mosier will get to around the 47-yard line in Watertown territory. A gain of 5, and it's 3rd down and 2 here for the Govs.
That puts Kaiser over 300 yards on the night passing.
And a night where I thought maybe that passing wouldn't be such a factor in this game. Kate Kaiser says, well, you know, how about a big 300 for you? 2 receivers out far side. I don't think he's done quite yet. Watertown nearly jumped across the line, but they were able to hold themselves from encroaching that line of scrimmage. And it's with 3:05 to go. Play clock is under 10. Kaiser design run right side. He's going to pick up a 1st down as he was wrapped up and was thrown around. And a gain of about 4 for Kaiser, and it's 1st and 10. As they'll spot him at the 40, closer to the 42-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 42, 1st and 10, Governor ball.
So again, Pierre is taking their time here offensively. They're up by 28. Game clock continues to run after they respot the chains. Get the clock rolling again with 2:35 left to go. That's a low snap. Kaiser picks it up, and then he falls down, lost the football, and he was able to fall back on top of it, and there's a penalty flag. And if you're Watertown, as long as that's on Pierre, you're saying, we'll take the down and distance here. We won't take the penalty. Because that's more than what the penalty, or less than what the loss was going to be. All the way back to the 47.
That's probably about the first time tonight, despite the conditions and everything, where we've seen a player actually drastically slip and fall, I'm sure.
62 the offense. Upfield's decline. 2nd down.
Ty Michael is called for the hold, and they go all the way back to the Governor 47-yard line. So they're at the 42 of Watertown, and they go all the way back to the Governor 47. So a loss of 12. So it's 2nd down and 22. Instead of 1st and 20, it's 2nd and 22. Kaiser looks to pass. He's going to throw, looking for it. His man is going to fall incomplete as he threw it just a bit too far for Tyan Buss, intended receiver for the Governors. The man in coverage, too, he had a little bit of contact, but the ball was too far overthrown to try and even get a chance of a pass interference penalty, as Busker was the man in coverage. So it's 3rd down and 22 from the with 2:17 to go from the 47-yard line in Governor territory. And a promising drive for the Governors that looked like maybe they were going to have themselves a chance for a 35-point lead You have to be a big play here. Another low snap. Kaiser picks over the ground. He's going to throw over the middle, looking for Stalley again. He's bobbling and he can't come away with it. Stalley was thinking another touchdown right there, and it just bobbles off into the ground, and it's 4th down, and Pierre will have to punt the ball away.
Yeah, good throw there, right to him and in stride. Defender was pretty well positioned, so he had to place the ball almost perfectly, which he did, just couldn't bring it in.
2:09 left to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll make that the 3rd quarter. And it is a 42-14 lead, but the Governors will punt the ball away. Another low snap. They will pick it off the ground. He's able to get it away. And a nice punt. It will take a couple of hops. He's going to roll his way to the 6-yard line, where the Governors will pick it up. And Jed Zabel goes from the 47 of the Governor territory down to the 6-yard line of Watertown. And it's 1st and 10 with 1:57 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
There again, the special teams for Pierre, flipping the field, pinning them, the arrows deep. The defense can hold them here. Pierre should get good field position.
So here with the Governors with a 1st and 10 for Watertown at their own 6-yard line. A couple of scores from across the state right now. Jefferson beat Mitchell 63-0 tonight. It was Yankton beating T-Area 37-26. Sturgis and St. Thomas More, they just got underway. They're near the first quarter, and it's no score. Brookings beating Douglas 17-0. As that'll be a handoff right side, and able to get some solid yards was Juven Hudson as he got out to around the 15, maybe a gain of 9 for Watertown on that first play from scrimmage. That's a big first play to get them out of the shot of the end zone.
Yeah, not what Pierre was looking for there, trying to hold him down. And Hudson breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Again, finds success off the outside.
Spearfish also beating Belfouche at the end of the first half, 40-0, and Aberdeen Central over Huron 10-0 at the end of the first half. Handoff for Hudson. He'll go left side, cut it back inside the tackle, and he's got himself a 1st down as he got out around to the 21, 22-yard line. A gain of about 7 for Juven Hudson, with 1:18 and counting here in this 3rd quarter.
Good tackle there by Sarda. Hudson, he's slippery, even without the rain, I got a feeling. So slides through the line, real patient, and hits the hole, and Sarda had to bring him down from behind.
1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Governors lead at 42-14. Watertown 1st and 10 for the 22. Hudson, another handoff here. He'll bounce off the offensive line, but he's got nowhere to run. As I believe Chance Sarda and Austin Lingdo over there as well to make the tackle, and we'll call it a gain of 2 to the 24-yard line.
Hudson's up to 102 yards on 23 carries. He's been busy tonight.
25 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. I believe Watertown still, well, maybe they don't have to run another play. So that will take us to the 4th quarter. We'll make sure that the referee doesn't put his arms up in the air, and he does not. So it is going to be taking us to the 4th quarter. Governors lead at 42-14 on American Family Insurance. Brady Shuffle by the scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
As we head to the 4th quarter, 42-14. Pierre Governors on top of the Watertown Arrows with Jen Hannebag of the station. John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller here tonight. And on homecoming night, the Governors are 12 minutes away from picking up a win to go to 5-0 on the season. They'll have Brandon Valley next week Friday. That's going to be a big game, going to be a fun game back here at Hollister Field. It was a great comeback last year for the Governors in Brandon against the Lynx. And then now here next Friday, Brandon Valley will be in town. And that's going to be a fun matchup here at Hollister Field. I believe there's going to be as big of a crowd as we have tonight with it being homecoming, but the rain may have hurt a little bit of the crowd. I think it's going to be even better next week Friday when the big Brandon Valley Lynx will be in town.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a capacity crowd for that one.
And we've talked about the beefy offensive line for Watertown. Brandon Valley's got a college football offensive line. They've got a lot of big guys on their line. Handoff here for Hudson on 2nd down and 9. And it'll be 3rd down here as Hudson got right around the 26-yard line, a gain of about 3. And it's going to be 3rd down and medium here. Lucas Chamberlain made the tackle. Spencer Wenches was kind of caught up with one of the governors. Didn't see which governor it was, if it was Buss or maybe Eastland, and Wenches wasn't too happy with one of the governors. That was the first play of the 4th quarter. Governors now try and stop a 3rd and 6 here from the 26-yard line. Shotgun formation here. 2 receivers near side. 1 man goes in motion. Then we get a false start penalty on Watertown.
Dead ball. False start. 271 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
I believe Micah Hatch was the one that got called for the false start penalty. So it'll be 3rd down 11 now for Watertown from their own 21-yard line. 11-11 to go here in this 4th quarter. 2 receivers near side, shotgun formation. We'll see if they do bring that 1 man in motion again. Looking like they're going to run the exact same play. Hamrick's going to roll to his left. He's still looking to throw. Now he'll just throw it away. It'll be 4th down, and we'll see. And it looks like maybe Watertown will have to punt the ball back to the Governors again with just 11:04 left to go here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's such good defense by Pierre, both a combination of coverage in the secondary and then good pressure. The quarterback just has not gotten comfortable here in the last couple of quarters.
So another punt upcoming here for Spencer Wenches. With Trey Lewis tying Buss back deep to return the punt with 11:04 to go here in the 4th. Wenches nearly had the punt blocked by Sarda. And a fair catch caught by Trey Lewis at the 48-yard line, 49-yard line, and the Governors will have to go 51 yards and an extra point to try and get that running clock started here with 10:57 to go here in the 4th quarter. And join us for the post-game show. We'll talk to players of the game. We'll get a T-shirt as well to one of the Governors. And we'll check final scores from across the state, although there will be quite a few still going. The fact that we got started a half an hour early. Kaiser will throw it right side. Terwilliger make the catch, his first grab, and he is upended. And no gain for Cooper Terwilliger.
Cooper Terwilliger, he is upended.
So Terwilliger will get a gain, no gain. It's 2nd down and 10 for the 49.
Seen that play several times tonight to Zabel. This time they give Terwilliger a chance to see what he can do out there in space, and just got snagged by the ankle as he tried to kind of hurdle the defender.
2 receivers on each side here. Kaiser goes back to pass. He'll throw, looking to the sideline, and nearly intercepted. In coverage was Kessler Swenson. I think that's Owen Sparts. And it'll be 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and 10 here from the 49-yard line, 10:22 to go. In the 4th quarter, Kaiser goes back to pass again. Steps up, throws, looking downfield, and overthrows Stalley. That is 4th down, and the Governors will have to punt the ball back to the Watertown Arrows. They go 3 and outs. So with the 28-point lead, took about 11 seconds off the clock, or 20 seconds off the clock in total. Not a long drive at all, or not a long time taking time off the clock for the Governors.
Yeah, getting 0 on that first play just kind of sets them up in where they're behind the chains and just couldn't adjust.
Zabel on the punt. He has to roll to his left. Now he's going to run for it. He might have himself a first down. He does. He's out of the 45 to the 30-yard line where he gets out And I don't know if that was a design fake punt because the man broke free. We'll have a flag coming at the very end here. We'll see. It's going to be after the play is over. The Governors will still have the ball with 10:06 to go. But what a huge play. Zabel saw that there was no way that punt wasn't going to get blocked, so he took off to his left and got himself a first down all the way to the 30, inside the 30-yard line. And now we'll get the call from the official.
Unsportsmanlike, number 12 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Will be first down here for the Governors. But Jed Zabel, who picked up that long run, is the one that gets called for the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Well, the referees are talking about something. It should be 1st and 10. It shouldn't be 1st and 25. The chain should move back with them.
Unsportsmanlike, number 12 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down and 10.
Or I guess maybe it is going to be. I don't know if it should be 1st and 25 though. Maybe
he said 1st and 10. I think the chain gangs.
Yep, there they go. They're going to move. They're making sure that they move back.
You were all over it.
I was going to say that didn't seem right, but sometimes you see some odd things happen.
Yeah, good recognition by Zabel there, as you said. That punt didn't have a chance of getting off, and he just kind of gave a little fake and then went outside the rush and nobody there to contain. Such an advantage to have an athlete like that back there when you're kicking, and when something like that happens, you can make something good happen.
So 2 receivers out to the far side. Empty backfield here for Kaiser. Governors, who had nearly turned the ball over, or at least punted the ball away, now finds themselves with 1st and 10 again. Kaiser throws over the middle. Cooper Twilliger is open. He's at the 30 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10. He is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Right after the fake punt or the punt run.
I think they're going to mark him short.
No, he's not in the end zone. So no touchdown for the Governors. They're out the 1. But the Govs are just a yard away now. So it ends up going 44 yards instead of 45 yards for Cooper Twilliger.
He took the pylon out. He must have stepped out of bounds before he dove for the pylon, because he did hit the pylon.
So at the 1 yard line, the Governors will look to try and score to make this a 34-point lead, an extra point away from getting the running clock started. Brock Mosier in the backfield here now for the Governors. Pistol formation. Handoff will be for Mosier. He slips through one man. He is going to find his way into the end zone for a touchdown. With 9:52 to go, it is now a 48-14 lead. And an extra point here for the Governors to put the running clock in order with 9:52 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 7th touchdown of the game here for Pierre. And Barry will come on looking to make this a 35-point lead. On the extra point here for Barry. Kick is going to be up. It is going to be good as a firework explodes with a 35-point lead for the Governors. With 9:52 to go here in the 4th. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
6-play, 66-yard drive. Pierre Governors with a 49-14 lead. It was helped with Jed Zabel running about 20 yards, 30 yards to pick up a first down on 4th and 10. And then a 1-yard touchdown run for Brock Mosier. And the Govs on Brock Mosier's only 2nd carry of the night. It has been Cade Kaiser and Jed Zabel tonight offensively for Pierre. Mosier and Lewis, who had the bulk of the carries last week, combined 5 carries so far. And what we thought was a touchdown for Cooper Terwilliger, he'd end up getting 44 to 45 yards. Mosier finishes off, and the Governors get the running clock started as Sargent will hit a kick that is a bouncing ball that will be picked up by Watertown and out to around the 42-yard line, and that clock will continue to run now with 9:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Arrows will take over first and 10 from their own 43.
We've just about seen it all here tonight, Mendel. The lightning delay that got us started a half an hour late after moving the game up an hour earlier. A half an hour delay, we had it pour down rain for a little bit too. Fake punt, a couple of fake punts, one that didn't go well for Watertown and one went great for Pierre.
And Cade Kaiser with 347 yards passing.
We thought, hey, if you get 347 yards, maybe all-purpose yards with the fact that he's going to run for about 200 of those yards. As Juven Hudson will get the handoff, he's got nowhere to go, tripped up by Evan Anderson.
Hudson on the handoff.
And it'll be second down at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 8, a gain of 2. And that clock will speed its way through now with it not stopping. 8:40 left to go already here in the fourth quarter. Next week is a big test. Brandon Valley Lynx will be in town. 11 AAA. They kind of the early season favorites in 11 AAA, but got off to a rocky start, losing their first couple games. As the handoff now will be to Hudson, and Bucci had that one all. He had every idea what Juven Hudson was going to do, and Elijah Bucci was right on top of it for a no gain on the tackle.
Yeah, nobody touched Bucci and did a good job setting the edge, turned him in, and then not only does he turn him in, he makes the play as well.
So it's now 3rd down and 8 from the 45-yard line, under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Pistol formation here on 3rd down and 8. Play clock is down to 10. 2 receivers out left side. Hemrick, he's going to roll to his left. He's looking to throw. He'll lob it up there. It's going to be batted down. Incomplete. Carson Stosher again in coverage is able to knock it down, and it's 4th down for Watertown.
Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
4th and 5 from the 45, and Watertown will put the ball away back to the Governors again. And with 7 minutes to go, Pierre is looking at a 5-0 start to the season. We got Trey Lewis and Tyan Buss back deep again. We'll see if the Governors keep their first-string offense out, as it'll be Wench's another punt. Lewis will call for a fair catch, and he'll make that right around the 22-yard line. Stosher got back to put the block on Owen Sparks, but from our angle, it looked like he was going to run into Lewis, which could have been disastrous for the Governors. But they will still take over at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
Like Lounsbury's in. He was warming up on the sideline anyway.
And Caleb Lounsbury will take over the quarterback duties here with 6 minutes to go, and get a chance to get the second-string offense in on a homecoming night. Always a little extra special. Governors have to get one man off the field here. I think they only have 10 guys on the field right now. As Lounsbury will throw it to the far side, that's going to be a pick 6. It is going to be walking in the end zone for a touchdown, as I believe it was make that number 10 and Cohen Krantz. Owen Sparks, number 35, gets the touchdown on a pick 6. And so it's 49-20. He read that pass from Lounsbury, and on the starts on the night for Lounsbury that you're hoping to have. We'll go for 2 points again, will Watertown. The clock is stopped right now with 5:55 to go. They will stop it on touchdowns, timeouts, and lengthy penalty talks.
Which we've had a couple of tonight.
Yes, yes. Again, Watertown goes for 2, and they're trying to make this a right now would make this a 26-point ball game or 27-point ball game if they get the 2-point conversion. You got to expect with 5:55 and that clock will continue to run, they would probably try a onside kick of some sort. Man goes in motion a couple different times, going back and forth on the line. Hemrick will roll to his right, still rolling. He's going to throw. The catch is going to be incomplete. There's about 5 Governors that just swallowed up Mitch Olson, and he was not able to make that catch. And it's a 49-20 lead for the Pierre Governors over the Watertown Arrows. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
It is 49-20 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard after the pick 6 from Owen Sparts. And now the Governors will have 9 of their 10 guys. It's 9 of their 10 guys, 9 of their 11 guys.
We're going to play with the 11 this play. Only 10 last time.
That is true. As it will be kicked out, George Stalley will have to go all the way back to his 20-yard line, and he will fall on top of it at the 18. I appreciate you finding humor in that, Mendel. I didn't even realize what I was saying until the very last second there. And it's going to be first. But, yeah, you're right, though. They had 10 guys in that offensive play.
And that didn't work, so we're going to try for 11.
You're right. So with 5:53 to go, Governors with the 29-point lead.
So we lost. The running clock stays in place. Yeah.
Yep, running clock will stay in play here. 1st and 10. Lounsbury, the quarterback here for the Governors. Handoff will come here near side as they'll get a solid gain on 1st down. As it is Kea Duchino, the 160-pound sophomore, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. We'd seen maybe Rounds in there before as well, but Duchino gets the first handoff from the second string offense with 5:15 and counting. 2nd and 4, gain of 6 there. Bunching everybody up the line of scrimmage. Handoff again for Duchino, but he is swallowed up, and the flag will come in right around the tackle as it was number 73 and Julio Estevez to make the tackle. I think, the way the flag came out right at the end, where it was landed, it could have been a face mask, and Watertown started to back up. So it is Estevez that is called for the face mask penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. And Lounsbury, the quarterback here. Governors probably close to a false start penalty, but get away with that one. They're taking time off the clock. Play clock down to 3. Handoff for Duchino. He's wrapped up, and he will go down for a loss. You have Samuel Valley in there, as well as also, I believe, let's see here, we got a couple of guys. Isaac Gilk. Lincoln Dilgis is in. Carter Shufflebein, the receiver on the far side of the field. Coulter Babcock, one of the tight ends. 2nd down 11 with 4:05 to go. Lounsbury again taking his time. Play clock is under 10. Play clock down to 2 as he'll take the snap. He'll toss it over. Duchino, he's able to slip through one tackler and get past the original line of scrimmage to the 39. And it'll bring up third down. Baxter Shrimp also in for the Governors right now.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Governors.
Trying to get a couple more names.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will be turning off the lights for you to enjoy the burning of the letters and some fireworks.
But it is 3rd down and 9. 3:20 left to go.
Just fireworks from Smith Fireworks and assisted by Tom Rounds. The lights will return on following the display. Thank you for your understanding.
Empty backfield here for Lounsbury. Play clock down to 5 again. Lounsbury will step up. He'll throw down the field looking for his man. Overthrows. Shuffle by along with, I believe, out there was Aiden Beam, number 82. And it'll bring up 4th down. The Governors will punt the ball away. Kate Kaiser will come in and punt the ball this time.
Yeah, and with the running clock, it doesn't hurt you to throw that incompletion, and time keeps running, so you don't lose anything that way. And take a shot downfield, maybe get a first down and close this thing out.
2.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Clock is still running. As Mendel said, don't lose anything with that incompletion. And Kaiser will punt the ball away this time. He'll take a Watertown roll and be picked up at around the 32-yard line. A couple more minutes to go. 2 minutes left to go before we finish out this ball game, and we'll have, again, the post-game show. We'll talk to a couple of players. We'll talk with Coach Steele. We'll have final scores from across the states. And we'll start to, well, not necessarily get you set for next Friday, but make sure we tell you that coverage will start at 6:30 and kick off at 7 o'clock next Friday back here at Hollister Field. The Governors hosting the Brandon Valley Lynx. 1st and 10 for the 31. We're under center. Hand off to the new man in the backfield for Watertown. And a whole lot of Governors are right over there. Mostly same defensive guys. Trying to see who that was in the backfield that got the handoff. I believe Kaden Kemper maybe got the handoff, and now the second string defense will jump in there. As Trevor Rounds, one of those guys out there in that second string. Also have Colton Cass right as the nose tackle. There's a handoff and busting free for a first down for Watertown. As Decker is the one that gets the handoff for Watertown. You have Jacob O'Neill. Patrick LaRoque gets credit for the tackle. Ty Bus steps back out there defensively. Have Keenan Scott out there as well for the Governors with 27 seconds left to go. Should be the final play of this ball game. As the handoff again for Decker, he is going to be wrapped up. And first Governor there was Grayson Schetzel with 15 seconds remaining. Governors starting to walk their way out there. And I think the Governors are the first ones to walk out of the field before Watertown started to walk out there. But the Govs will win here on homecoming, 49-20 over the Watertown Arrows. They're now 5-0 in the season. Another win for the Govs here at home, and they do so on homecoming. Back in 3 minutes with a post-game show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Enrich your life with opportunities at Capital City Campus. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Earn money while getting your associate's degree. Licensed practical nurse. Start your nursing career in Pierre. This program has a 97% placement rate. Need to brush up on skills? Capital City Campus has a variety of online courses to choose from. From grants and low-cost loans available, we'll work with you to help make college more affordable. Call Capital City Campus today, 605-773-2160, or stay connected and check us out on Facebook. Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota, and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-224-0369. Ask about our heart health specialists. Visit this clinic on the third Wednesday every month. Sanford Health Clinic, Pierre, 605-224-0369.
As we welcome you back here into the post-game show, the lights are off here as we've got we go. Oh yeah, Judd Zabel wants to go talk or wants to have the fireworks here. So let's talk to him first here. 3 touchdown catches, another touchdown run for you. Take us through here with homecoming senior year. How much fun is it to ball out like you did on this night?
I mean, it was really fun spending time with my boys, making plays. O-line blocked good, K threw good to me, and overall just a good day.
Well, the rain was a factor, and you guys maybe I'm just a little bit pessimistic when it came to it. I didn't think that the passing game was going to be like it was today. Did you guys feel and know that was still going to be an option even with the rain and the potential of that downpour that you went through too?
We didn't think as much as it was going to happen for the passing wise, but we just trying to hit short passes, try to make people miss, and ultimately score touchdowns.
Oh, let me turn your mic up here real quick,
That
Bendel.
helps. So early in the game, it looked like that Watertown was really crowding the line of scrimmage. It looked like you were running by their secondary almost every play, right? And then, So you almost had a lot bigger game, right? You probably were open a couple more times. Kay just didn't have time to find you.
Yep, I was open, but other wide receivers were open. We just missed a few passes. That's all right. It's going to happen. But ultimately, they were just trying to jam me off the line and just try to not let me get off the line, which obviously didn't really work.
Well, I'll let you get back to it here real quick, but Brandon Valley next week, how excited are you to see Brandon Valley?
Yeah, we're really excited, and we know it's going to be a dogfight from start to finish, and we're going to bring everything we got and ultimately win the game.
Well, here's your T-shirt for the
Thanks,
player of the game, and we'll see you next Friday against Brandon Valley. That is Jed Zabel, who is all about the fireworks right now. Helmet's right behind you right here. Let's hand it off to Kate Kaiser. 300 passing yards, almost 400 passing yards here tonight. Did you feel pretty good coming into this game that even with the weather and the rain that you could still throw the ball for almost 400 yards?
Yeah. This game, coming into this game, we knew it was going to be wet. We knew it was going to be muddy. We knew balls was going to be slippery. Honestly, I'm not very happy with how I threw tonight, but I mean, you're going to have those nights where you're missing touchdowns right off the rip, and it's really just about how the team picked me up and how they responded to me missing those throws that really elevated me to step up and just relax and make the next throw. And I can't thank the boys enough for that, for just getting me back to my comfort level and not stressing over all those throws that are in the past. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't like playing in the rain? I mean, you go down and you slide an extra 5 yards. It's just phenomenal.
You said it yourself. You had a couple passes in the first half. Guys were open and overthrew them and stuff like that. The second half, it looked like maybe you calmed down a little bit, put a little more air under the ball and let them run under it a little bit. Stolle did a really good job. Did a good job on that. What'd you see in their defense that told you that was going to be the play that was going to be open?
Right off the rip, I mean, they rolled their safety over to our strong side side of the field, and on that backside with 2 receivers, their safety just wasn't able to get over in time for where our routes were going to be headed, and that's what you saw that right off the bat, and we knew that it was going to be there, and it was just a matter of if I could make the throw and have a good catch and catch it clean. And throughout the game, they went from strong side to switching it to backside, which left our strong side open. So I mean, our offense, credits to Steve Steele, Scott and I for the O-line, and Brev for helping out too, but they really just make our offense really hard to defend, because you move one guy, then that leaves someone else open, and it makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah, and again, you had all kinds of time in the pocket. You've had time all season long, and that's just got to be a lot of fun to have that opportunity just to step up. You can scramble, make some plays too, but you have time to go through your progressions.
Absolutely. Having the feeling of knowing that, all right, there's going to be guys coming outside, but I can step up in the pocket, because those guys down in the trenches, man, they don't get enough credit. Those guys don't get enough recognition, and I can't stress it enough that that's a heart and soul of our offense, where if we didn't have them, we'd be nothing. And I'm just super proud of those fellas for the performance tonight as well.
I don't want to focus on the negative after a 40-point win or whatever, but John and I were kind of having an argument. The one that was intercepted, did your arm get hit or did it slip out of your hand?
That was one of the balls that we had warmed up with, and that was not a designated game ball. So it was a little, I'm not going to blame it on the ball boys. They're young. It happens, but I went to throw it, and as I got it back, I squeezed to throw it, and it slipped up, and I hit a little shot put with that football, and if I could get that one back, that one was a touchdown too. But
yeah,
I mean,
it was.
Those plays are going to happen. You're playing in the rain. I mean,
that's impressive to shot put it 20 yards downfield when it slips out of your hand.
So now you get Brandon Valley next Friday. What do you expect about them going into next week?
They're going to be a really good football team. Our one AAA game of the year, so obviously that's a big one for us, and we're fortunate enough to play them at home. But they got a really solid offense. They got 2 wide receivers that are very, very solid. We got one of their kids holds the record in the 200-meter dash, so he's pretty quick. And then got to give props to Jack Philly back there, being able to sling it around, being able to scramble, and he's going to be a challenge for us. But I see us rising to the challenge and coming out and showing off and playing well right neck to neck with them. It's going to be a really good football game.
Well, go enjoy what's left of the fireworks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations. We'll see you next Friday. That is Kate Kaiser. Now we'll pass along to George Staley, who made a touchdown grab, second touchdown grab of the season. We got a train going through at the same time we got fireworks. That's an interesting call there. But George, take us through that touchdown grab and being able to do that for basically the second straight week here.
I mean, I knew it was coming. The corner, he was way outside of me. I knew it was coming. Came through a perfectly good ball. We missed it a couple of times in the first half, but I caught it, looked back, oh, he's running behind me. I had to get in my and go to the end zone.
One of the things that really impressed me about you, George, is your blocking on the outside on those quick throws out to Zabel a lot of times on the perimeter. Talk about your blocking and what you're taught and what you're trying to accomplish there.
Spore's always on me. You know, I'm not as big as all the other ones that were before me, so I mean, I just got to try and do my best, try and get him out of Jet's way, and Jet will do the rest.
Well, and then having Jet maybe block for you too a couple of those times, and those other receivers blocking for you too. You guys, a lot of run block for you guys, you know, potentially for tonight, but it turned into a lot of pass blocking as well. To have those guys blocking for you too, how much fun is that?
Oh, it's fun. I love having Jet block for me. I love having Brock block for me. Tyan blocking for me. They're pretty good.
Well, Brandon Valley next week. What do you expect for them going into the next Friday's game?
Oh, they're going to be fast. They're going to be fast. We're going to need to. Well, I know some of the cornerbacks there, and I'm going to need to get under their skin, you know, get in their heads a little bit.
Well, you're one of the fast guys, too. Are you saying that somebody's going to be faster than you?
I think there's a couple of kids on their team that's going to give me a run for my money. So.
Hey, congratulations. Back-to-back weeks of the touchdown grab. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next Friday.
All right, thank you.
That is George Staley, and we'll turn it over now defensively here to Lucas Chamberlain, who dove on a loose ball, and another great defensive. Well, let's go to that. Was the punt that you're able to stop the fake punt. You're able to make that tackle. Did you see him take off right away? What did you see trying to go after him and then just undercutting him to make the tackle?
So we called safe on that. So my job, keep him away from getting the first down, I guess. I saw him roll out. He was a little bit faster than I was, so I dove, hit his foot, worked out.
Yeah, great job. Again, playing that middle linebacker spot and a team that runs the ball all the time. Talk about your fits and what you were looking for on those, maybe the counters that they started working with in the second half.
So, like, I was weak side most of the time. We expected them to run strong, but I was always supposed to stay back, don't really go, because they don't expect me to make a play on the strong side, so just watch the counter was mainly my job.
So from the linebacker spot, from last week all the passing plays, and to this week all the running plays, trying to stop that run, what's more fun for you, being able to stop the pass or stop the run?
I like run a little bit more. You get to hit them when they're coming through the middle. A little bit more fun.
It's always good to hit a guy hard, isn't it?
Yep.
Brandon Valley is coming up next week. That's a big offense, big offensive line. What do you expect for them before you start breaking down film and start talking about what do you expect for them next week?
I think we expect them to be all around good, big, fast, strong.
Hey, congrats on the win. Go enjoy the rest of the fireworks here, and we'll see you next Friday.
All right, thank you.
That is Lucas Chamberlain. As we now will turn it over to the head man and Steve Steele, and we talked a little bit in Coach's Corner about the weather potential impacting this game. Moved it up half an hour later. How do you think you guys responded to moving it up an hour ahead and then having to wait an extra half an hour? How do you think your guys responded right out of the gates?
I'm soaked.
That's not
Sorry, that's not the answer to your question. I sat down for the first time in 3 hours now, and I'm all squishy, so that just distracted me. But our guys did a great job. I mean, that's kind of, they knew it was all coming. It was one of those things where you watch the forecast and you see thunderstorms for basically a day and a half, and you kind of know that it's there. We didn't really talk about it. We just said, hey, be prepared for anything. When they say play, we're going to go play, and when they say wait, we're going to go wait. So they did a really good job adjusting to that and having a 30-minute warm-up. That's a really tough deal to go and add in 30-minute warm-up with our quarterback and our kicker riding around the track, so they didn't really get to warm up. And I said they did an awesome job just finding ways to continue to be ready to play.
Yeah, I know probably not your side of the ball, but obviously you're involved on defense. It looked like, although they're a running team, they ran out of a lot of different formations, give you a lot of different looks, pulled a lot of linemen and stuff like that. Talk about preparing for all of that.
Yeah, and I think our defense did a great job adjusting. I mean, they kind of found a formation that we hadn't seen on film, and they stuck in it for, that kind of end of the first half, and then right away to start the third half again. I mean, it's a really good formation. Just one of those things where it is just well coached and well schemed up by them.
You guys, obviously, with the rain-soaked field, the rain coming down in buckets at one point, Mendel and I were talking about it, that, run game is probably going to be very important. Well, the run game was important, but Kate Kaiser threw for almost 400 yards tonight through the air. Was that intentional? Was that kind of once you got going that you saw, hey, the pass game's going to work? Obviously, you threw a lot of screen passes. It was just a run that almost like a run play out there. But was that intentional, or is that just the defense was giving it to you, so you kept taking it?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, that's kind of more what it was. I think we really planned on running the ball a lot more than we ended up doing. But, I mean, they just jammed the box. I mean, they put people in there where we didn't have numbers, and it wasn't possible to block everybody. So, we, rather than just hoping that we can make that not matter, we just tossed it out when they were soft and let that be our 4 or 5 yard run play, break it and get a big play. And when they did jam the box, they left their guys in man coverage, and we felt good about a couple matchups going into the week. I think we planned to be a little more strategic in taking those shots, and turned out that we just took them the rest of the game. And the kind of the underrated part of the bad weather, I think the bad weather was probably part of their adjusting the game plan to say we're going to load the box. It's going to be hard to throw. But the other side of that is it's really hard for DBs to react and plant and push into breaks for receivers. So, I think we use that to our advantage today too.
Well, yeah, that's right. It turned Mendel's mic down. I'm not sure what's going on with his headset right now. But onside kick to start the game. The call of it, what made you decide to go for an onside kick? Or was it someone, another coach come up to you saying, hey, let's go for an onside kick to start the game?
I think you were as shocked as I was, John.
Oh, okay. Did any coach know that was coming besides Jet Zabel?
I don't know that Jet Zabel knew that was coming, to be entirely honest with you. I think that was a happy mistake that worked out very well in our favor.
One of those where you're going, what are you? Hey, way to go. Good job.
No, I always give, so I gave Coach Magic a lot of crap. I'm like, hey, I'd appreciate you letting me know the next time we're going to call an onside to start the game. I swear I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, sure, I see you winking. But no, that was a happy little mistake. One of the mix-ups that we put in, we put a lot of different mix-ups on the kickoff team, and it worked out.
Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And
absolutely.
Zabel was very good tonight, though. Maybe not kicking-wise, but he was very good offensively. He has done a fantastic job both blocking and catching the football, and he does whatever is needed of him, and it shows every single week.
Yeah, I mean, and he's just so versatile. That was the biggest thing we knew going into this season was we were going to be able to use him in so many different roles. From split out as a wide receiver to a wing to an attached tight end to a wildcat quarterback. There's just not many things he can't do, and I think he's just such a strong athlete and a strong football player that, he needs to be out there in different ways.
All right, so now Brandon Valley is the game next Friday. That's always a lot of fun. Last year was a great comeback, one of the best games of the regular season. That and then the T-area game a couple weeks later. But now you get this matchup against Brandon Valley. What do you expect from them? Obviously, you're gonna break down film probably even tonight, maybe tomorrow, and start getting the game plan ready. But what do you expect from them going into next week?
Well, the kind of fortunate part about Brandon Valley from our standpoint is that they've played, I think, 3 Saturday games so far, and they play Saturday again this week. So we've actually gotten to watch 3 of their games already, live, obviously, not necessarily film-wise. You've gotten to watch a lot of them, and, they've got a massive line both sides of the ball. They look every bit like a college offensive line up front. They've got 2 burners on the outside on offense, and they're a very well-run and well-coached program. So it's going to be a battle next week, and it's going to be a lot of fun to prepare for.
Real quick, too, this homecoming crowd, there's a lot of rain in the forecast. It would have been easy to watch it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. It has been easy just to sit at home and not have to come out to the game. But there are still a lot of people here to watch this Governor team. How happy are you to see the crowd that you have? Maybe you aren't shocked at all by the crowd, but what do you think of this crowd here at homecoming?
Yeah, no, I'm not super shocked. This is a great community. They always come out and support us, and he's not in here. I was going to spoil him, but Mosier does a great job. With all of the fireworks and getting everything going and then adjusting it and calling and doing all those different things. Really good job just getting people to come here and making this a fun environment to play football or watch football.
Well, congratulations on the win. Now 5-0 in the season, halfway through the season now, over halfway through the season with 4 games remaining in the regular season. And looking forward to next Friday night back here at Hollister against Brandon Valley. We'll talk to you at Coach's Corner on Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
That is head coach Steve Steele here of the Pierre Governors as they pick up the win 49-20. We'll welcome back here Mendel Miller to try and see if maybe the headset will work okay for you. But, Mendel, your final thoughts here on the 29-point win.
Yeah, just impressive. And like Coach Steele said, kind of just adjusting to both the field and the conditions and then what Watertown has given them with those shots downfield and a credit to the players. They come in with a game plan of probably running the ball more than they did, but they can adjust and take advantage of what's given to them and put 40 points on the board.
A couple of final scores here before we wrap up. Jefferson, again, they beat Mitchell 63-0. Yankton beat T 37-26. It is Sturgis over St. Thomas More at the end of the first half, 7-0. Spearfish all over Belfouche, 40-7 in the final score. Brookings over Douglas right now, 37-0, and Aberdeen over Huron, 23-0. In 11B, a couple local scores as Miller Highmore Herald. They were currently losing and trying to find that score real quick, but can't quite find that score. They're down 44-12 to Hill City. In Class 9 AA, Stanley County at the end of the first half, leading White River 28-0. And 9A, we mentioned it earlier that Wall beat Lyman 38-0. And also in Class 9B, Harriet Selby area, they beat Silly Beach 28-0 in Selby's homecoming. Kadoka area beating Jones County right now 46-14. We'll have a full list of final scores for you this weekend coming up, as we'll have that on our website at kccrradio.com. But the Governors pick up the win here 49-20. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday. The Pierre Governor soccer teams will be hosting the Huron Tigers in the final home game of the regular season. We'll have coverage starting at 3:40 and a kickoff at 4 o'clock of the girls game with the boys game to follow. And then Thursday, we'll have Pierre versus Watertown volleyball at 6:30 with first serve at 7 o'clock. And then make that Friday again with football at 6:30 and kickoff at 7 o'clock against Brandon Valley. I want to say thanks to Jen Hanna back at the station, Mendel Miller here to my left, John Winkler here signing off. Pierre Governors, they win it 49-20. They're now 5-0 in the season. Happy homecoming, and so long from Hollister Field.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Athletics on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Sports is brought to you by Wind Circle, the Clubhouse Hotel and Suites, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Slumberland Furniture, Lamb Motors, AGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Country Carpet, Capital City Campus, Shane's Pharmacy, Floss Dental, Graves Plumbing, Birding Electric, Fisher Round, Access Health, Billion Auto, Weatherall, The Swartz Agency, Xander Auto Parts, Todd's Electric, First United Methodist Church, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, Gales Gas, River Bottom Sanitation, Agtegra Cooperatives and Wheat Growers, Dakota Sprinkler, Graham Tire, May Adam, Nystrom Electric, State Farm, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Avera, Dakota Prairie Bank, Wheelhouse Auto Body, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Wagner Auto, Anderson Rumpke Dental, Bank West, Falcon Peterson LLP, Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, and Beck Motors. Join us next time for more Pierre Governor Sports on your home for the Governors, KCCR, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports